Welcome to Seven-Sided Die's Carpathian adventure. Travel back 700 years to the early 1300s. Castles like this dot the countryside. The Hungarian Empire, or Carpathian Empire, is at its zenith. The nascent Ottomans are on the rise. The neither Holy nor Roman nor an empire, Holy Roman Empire battles within. England and France fight one another. As the Templars recede into history, the Teutons are on the rise. Welcome to the Carpathian adventure. This was a great hall. There would have been a roaring fire. It would have been adorned with Gothic windows. This might be where our adventuring party might gather. Let's meet them.
My name is Virexin. I am a monk who was exiled into Greece after fleeing my homeland. I was sent on a quest via a dream I received. I went in search of great heroes I saw in the dream to help stop some monstrosity from wreaking havoc across the world. I found those heroes in the Champions of the Sun. Now I strive to gain their trust so they can one day help me defeat the vile beast that threatens everything.
I am Kip Kaelin, Ranger of the North, and I am lost. Hailing all the way from Garin in Scotland, I have faced great tragedy, losing all those dear to me. I am haunted by that fateful night and what was taken from me. I face defeat at every turn, attempting to enact revenge on those that did this to us. And when all my strength, resources, and allies, save for my trusted wolf Lycoa, was depleted, I stumbled upon the Champions of the Sun at the Battle of Sagut. I decided to ally myself with these seemingly capable and worthy adventurers to aid me in putting the lost to rest. It is what she would want, or so she seems to indicate.
I am Balder, a Norseman, a soldier, and an eldritch knight. I left my home to leave politics behind, only to be dogged by it across Europe. I first met the Champions of the Sun outside a small town in Hungary. Together, we battled Ottoman raiders and vampires. The Champions gave me purpose again, and where it takes me, I know not, but I know I want to be a part of it.
My name is Jumnus Dawnflower. I used to be a merchant sailor until I was shipwrecked on a strange island and killed in a sacrificial blood ritual. In the moment between life and death, an otherworldly goddess of light came to me, offering me a second chance at life if I swore to enact her will upon the world. Now I travel with the Champions of the Sun, looking to right wrongs, vanquish evil, and earn the new life I've been given.
I am Borinth, the Cave Bear. I come from a tribe of barbarians that once lived in the mountains of the Badenweiler. While on my sacred spirit quest, my tribe and family were attacked, with none left alive. I now seek the power to avenge my people. With my rage, I grow stronger, and with the Champions of the Sun, I seek a path to restore and preserve my people's culture and rid this world of any evil that stands in my way.
Aha! Hello, friends! You can call me Livia Moreau. I come from the beautiful country of France, of course! Traveling as a salesman. Banished from my home, where by the hand of my twisted sister, my father was killed, and I was implicated. Mon Dieu, how low I've come. But in that low, I found the Champions of the Sun. Although they may not smell like sweet wine, they are honorable. Mostly.
I am Matthias, of the House of Bathory, Knight Baron of Carpathia. With my traveling companion, Ambria, I was dragged into a whirlwind path by a rogue monk. But those I have met since then have earned my respect. And, more importantly, my trust.
Welcome to the Carpathian Adventure. Welcome, I'm Tom. Thank you for joining us. We're a group of gamers who get together in real life to play Dungeons and Dragons. Some of us are military, some are in IT, others retail managers in retail itself, a few are parents, students, etc. So we do this strictly for fun. We hope you enjoy it nonetheless. There were quite a few thank yous in our open, except one, you. We would like to thank you, our Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Mixer followers, as well as our YouTube subscribers. Thank you for joining us. If you have not already, please follow on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and Mixer. Please like on YouTube and Facebook, and of course, please subscribe on YouTube. If during the stream you follow or donate on Twitch, or if you subscribe on YouTube, your username will pop up on screen. During the stream, some of us are watching Twitch as well. Please feel free to comment or ask questions while live. We will endeavor to answer your questions if they are appropriate questions. To all of our subscribers, thank you. What happened the last episode? In Venice, the party met Gorp the fighter again. They also met for the first time a rather paranoid fighter named Banner, my brother. With Gorp and Banner, the party went looking for trouble, as they described it. Crossing the bay from Venice to the mainland of Europe, the party ventured into a small city named Treviso and a tavern called Leggermente Meno di Uno di Scarica, translated as slightly better than a dump. After Banner chugged a mug of mushy grapes and unfermented grape juice to, quote, make a point, unquote, the party learned from the barkeep of some troubles on a road a couple days north. Caravans, carts, and wagons were reportedly disappearing. In exchange for the party's assistance with discovering what was disrupting caravan traffic, and for putting a stop to whatever that was, the party asked for, from a senior representative of the city's merchant guild, Urcusio Camarini, I'm to blame for these names, by the way, to pass on gold tokens to prospective fighters who would be willing to travel to Thessalonica and join forces the party is hoping to gather to eventually battle Osman Ghazi and his army. Reaching an accord, the party traveled north for 2 days. At a crossroads, several felt the ground rumble. Soon they came upon a cratered and pockmarked landscape. Investigating the rumbling ground and craters further, the party was attacked by massive armored land sharks. With the land opening up, several party members fell almost 200 feet to the caverns below. In the dark, twisty underground labyrinth, the party again fought horrors, similar to the creatures the party fought in the Dinaric Mountains while traveling through Hungary and Croatia. That was a few years ago when they were traveling with the monk Chipois de Terre. At the crossroads, the battle with the land sharks and the horrors was a tough one. Banner went down. Nonetheless, eventually, the party was victorious. Rejoining the party that we have here tonight so far, we have a new player joining us, Tim. Welcome. Huzzah! Tim is playing, what's his name?
Dr. Conrad Strasser.
Dr. Conrad Strasser. And welcome back, Dennis. We missed you.
Yeah, I missed all the fun.
At last episode. I know you were enjoying Thanksgiving with your family, so welcome back. Thanks. As well. The two of you are in a pub. You don't know each other, but you are in a pub happens to be at the same time. The name of the pub is was translated as the Dump, as opposed to the one the party is currently the rest of the party is at up in Treviso, or some of the party was at up in Treviso, called slightly less than a dump. So just you guys have a habit for picking great places.
Went from the Sailor's Delight to the Dump.
Wow. You went to a nice pub and then somebody said, I know a better one.
Yeah, and then he took off later on. I never saw him again.
Left in Venice were Kip, Morton, and Oda. Louvier is nowhere to be found. Neither is Connor, Duncan, nor Jumnus, and you know that he left.
Yeah.
With Kip and Morton, the party left word that they were traveling north to the mainland. They told you that they were heading to the mainland. At the tavern of Jumnus's youth, Cumolo di Rifiuto is the name of the pub. Cumolo di Rifiuti.
Okay.
It's a very long word for the dump.
The Dump.
Oda approaches Morton. With her is a woman that I don't think you recognize from before. Oda's the woman in white, and there's a woman in dark clothing there. Oda says to you, Morton, I need to talk to you.
Sure.
I can never thank the champions. This is rather seedy.
Yeah, hope we all don't get the plague.
It's entirely possible. I'm sorry, I was distracted. I can never thank the champions of the sun enough for what they did for me. I know you weren't in Sigurd, but they got me out of the slave trade there.
Oh.
And so I'm eternally grateful. It was a horrid place, Sigurd. Awful things happened there. I know I will never, ever be able to repay the party or Baldur for that. Are you sure there's no diseases in here?
I think we gotta get the heck out of here.
And Jumnus certainly can pick pubs, can't he?
Yes, he can. And then he just walks. Is that normal for him to just pick a place and disappear?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know him that well. Either way, rest assured, I want to help you, and I will help the party.
Oh, okay. That's good.
It's Edeltine found out that Emilio Faldebruno is taking the raid to Italia. The ship that we came here on to, he's received a commission to travel through the Mediterranean and then on to perhaps somewhere in England or Scotland.
Okay.
And so...
Are you thinking of going with
Yes, I'm going to go with him. You have the scroll, and
Yes.
Jumnus knows how to reach me, and I think Mattias knows how to reach me as well. And my understanding is that eventually you're going somewhere in that general direction, but I know it might be a while.
Yeah, it'd probably be a few months.
But either way, you don't need my help immediately getting back to Constantinople.
No.
So,
In fact, I think right now our journey's taking us up into the mountains, so we're probably going to be there for quite a while.
So I think it's best that I go that way. And my family is generally in that area as well.
Well, I'm sorry to see you go so soon, but I mean, you have to do what you have to do. I'm sure your family would be happy to see you.
I hope so. That's complicated as well. Edeltine is just standing there listening. She says, my family's, if there's trouble finding me, I'll probably be in a town called Newcastle.
Newcastle. Okay.
Yes, it's just south of the Scottish border on the east side.
Okay.
And, but we sail with the evening tide, so
Now, is there anything you... I noticed that you and Balder seem to be together a lot closer. Do you want me to give a message to him or anything?
Well, if I can be frank with you, that's one of the reasons I want to leave now, because that's very complicated. And I don't want to make it more complicated.
Well, I've been there.
So, I think it's best before I see him again that I set sail.
All right. Is there anything you want me to give him or tell him?
I'll be thinking of him.
Fair enough. I'll let him know. I get up, I take her hand, I give it a little kiss. I say, safe travels.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
sure we'll meet again soon.
And I hope you don't get sick in here.
Yeah, I'm thinking we might have to move this party somewhere else.
Oh, very well. Until I see you again then.
All right.
And she leaves. You're in the room. Although Kip is at a table there, he's actually upstairs somewhere in a private room, if you will. You look around, there's mostly thugs and what have you in the room. There happens to be one other gentleman somewhere near the bar who's, how would you describe Dr. Strasser?
Not dressed in any particular flashy way, just sort of simple clothes.
Okay.
Very lean, about 6 feet. If he's by himself, he has a manuscript that's encrypted. It's just a curiosity to him. He's just he looks at it, he reads it. It's not readable, but he's trying to decipher it. So when he's not doing anything, he probably has that, and he's just making notes in it or reading it. And so that's what he's doing.
How old are you?
35.
Okay.
When you look around the room and hear the gagging and coughing, he is the one individual who seems somewhat out of place here. The rest of them seem very appropriate for this establishment,
Yeah.
if you will.
Nothing's happening right now. Oda, I guess, took her leave.
Yes, she did.
So I'll just take her over out of the way. And this
And
woman,
Eventine is that person's name, yes.
No, I've never met this woman either.
I don't think you have. I don't recall. You tell me. She's met the party. You can just hand me the 2 figs. You've met the party.
Yeah.
But
I remember her. I remember Oda, though.
Yes. I don't think you've met Eventine.
All right.
But if you do decide to mention her at the party, I suspect you get the impression that the party would probably recognize her, and you don't need to roll an insight check to know that.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of watch Oda leave, and kind of shame. She seemed like a nice girl. Kip looks like he's lost in his own thoughts.
At the moment, he is.
Yeah, so he seems kind of interesting, and he definitely seems a little out of place. I'll strike up a conversation with the guy.
You walk across the room to the bar. A gentleman approaches you, and what does he look like?
Morton's kind of got the dark hair, very chiseled features, very handsome looking, put it that way. He's got a rapier on his side, his lute strapped to his back. He seems very comfortable here, like he's been in seedy dives before, but yet he doesn't look like one of the riffraff, so to speak. So, yeah, he just comes over, and I'm just like, hey, old friend, are you new here? Or?
Is it day or night?
It's probably late afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Morton Harkett, Bard of Gieske. Pleased to meet you.
I am Dr. Conrad Strasser.
Doctor. Interesting. Anatomy or history?
The Arcane.
Even better. I dabbled with I graduated the College of Lore, which is like a magical school for bards. I'll have to come up with a name of it, though, but I will. Yeah. And, so, yeah, maybe we could talk Arcane for a little bit, if you don't mind. I don't get to really flex that part of my brain too much. Usually I'm singing over here.
By all means, have a seat.
Thanks. What are you drinking?
I'm probably drinking tea, if I can get it.
The tea that was brought to you it's tea only by definition.
Oh,
You
okay.
almost suspect that it's, in this particular pub, that it could be ground up oak leaves.
Okay.
Or something that was fished out of the bay
So I
that
have,
looked leafy, sufficiently leafy that somebody was like, well, looks like tea to me.
yeah. So I have a cup of hot liquid that I'm ignoring.
That is dark, bubbly, and untouched.
Yes.
All right. So, does he have that manuscript down?
Yeah. It's like
Oh.
in
All right.
front of me.
So I sit down and say, oh, that's interesting. What's that?
I show it to him.
Oh, I take a look at it.
It's you probably can't read it. It's some letters that you might recognize. No language that you've ever seen. There are drawings in it of animals that you probably have never seen.
May I try a spell?
Sure.
All right. Put my hand on the manuscript and I start singing in Icelandic, just low, and cast comprehend languages on it. See if I can't try to read it.
It's not. There's no language to it. It might be something else.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Even with the spell, I can't seem to make head or tails of this. It's like it's written purposely that way. Where did you find it?
I suspect this has been in my family. I suspect that it is some sort of mathematical equation or equations. I haven't made heads or tails out of it yet.
All right. Can always inquire
It's
around.
the fact that it's full, like it's a full book of this.
Right.
It might be the scribblings of a madman, but it seems the writing is clear and well defined. The drawings are like something that's been seen.
Right.
But I haven't found meaning in it yet.
I know a scholar in the city, but I don't know. I mean, I can tell you the directions on how to get there. He might, you have to pay him, of course, but he might be able to help you out. But this looks like it's something. I don't think it's arcane. It seems like it's something science, like you say, mathematical.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, it's definitely interesting. I give it back to you.
Roll a perception check, each of you.
Perception on this thing. Oh, nice. 22.
That's plus wisdom, right?
Yes, indeed.
18.
18. And if you have proficiency in perception, then you would add your proficiency bonus as well. Okay, so 18. So you both notice that there seems to be some unruly individuals who just walked into the bar and they were throwing some things, not like evilly, but at the bard, who just basically telling him to get off the stage, and he just left.
Well, that was rude. What do they look like?
They look like ruffians. There's 3 of them over near the barmaid as you speak. You're probably he's probably not there at the moment. You're probably over in this area talking to Dr. Strasser.
Use this.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. That's nice.
Awesome. Look at that. Terrific. Awesome. And talking to him, and there's some people behind you, and there's some others. They almost look like they're together, although they're on opposite sides of the room.
So like those 2 over there and these 3 over there?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the bard wasn't that great anyway, but still, that's no way to treat your entertainer. But 5 against 1 doesn't seem like good odds to me.
For the bard who they chased off?
No, for me to get involved.
There you go.
Maybe this will propel him to better his craft. And
Yeah, he was a little off key.
yeah.
But, all right, I'm just going to keep an eye on them and make sure they don't,
Okay.
start tearing the place apart.
So what are you guys doing? You're kind of hanging out at this pub? Or inn or tavern?
Well, what brings you to this corner of the world?
I'm currently just, traveling the world, practicing my trade. I'm also kind of researching magical musical instruments. In particular, there's a magical flute, a cursed flute that I had come across that I am currently trying to figure out how to either uncurse or destroy.
Interesting. I have a feature called Researcher where if I don't know something, I know where information could be found, or I have an idea. Depends
Really
how
going in the back room
specific.
there?
How specific it is depends on.
Roll a perception check. With advantage.
With advantage, okay.
Both of you.
With advantage.
18.
The highest one was 12.
Yeah, you don't notice, but you notice it almost seems like somebody waved to them, get out of here. And they don't want any trouble. Oh boy. And they head to the back.
Hey, my friend. Might be time for us to get out of here.
Lead on.
Yeah. Kind of get up and we're going to try to walk our way around these guys if we can.
Okay. There's two of them at the far side of the room. They start moving toward the exit.
These two over there?
Yep. Push them over here.
Is that
And you
what
guys
it
start
is?
going. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, turn them facing this way.
Oh, okay.
It's hard for me to reach.
So we're kind of doing this and going, oh, okay.
One of them says to you, "Put your hands out in front of you."
Put my hands out in front of me.
Yes, both of you.
Oh, I don't think you want to do that.
Put your hands out in front of you.
Oh, well, I guess we're going to have to...
I'm holding a staff, so.
Yeah. So be like...
Okay. As your hands are out in front of you, two others start to approach you. Roll an insight check, each of you.
Insight. So,
These two seem to back off into a corner.
21. Ooh.
You're pretty sure they're going to about to start rummaging through your clothing, looking for stuff by the way they're moving toward you.
At third level, my proficiency bonus.
So they're about 5 feet away, and you're keeping your hands in front of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works for now.
The one comes up to you and starts looking for your purse.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Before he gets too close...
About how far?
Yeah, about there.
Okay.
I think the lead guy...
This guy seems to be the one who's talking to you right over here, and then these two are kind of almost following orders.
He's doing this, but I'm kind of moving my hands in a spell, and I tell him a dirty joke in Icelandic. They're not going to probably understand it, but I cast Tasha's hideous laughter on the lead guy there.
Okay.
Just to make him drop and start laughing.
The lead guy. The guy. When you say the lead guy, the guy in front of you, or the guy who's in charge?
No, the guy right in front. No, the guy in charge. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guy who appears to be in charge.
Yeah.
What does he need to do?
He needs to wisdom saving throw or fall prone and become incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
A
Just laugh as well.
wisdom saving throw. And what's his DC? He
15.
rolls he's got a 14 plus 4. He's got an 18.
Wow, that did not work.
Okay, roll initiative. I mean, you just cast a spell very clearly, correct?
Yes.
Okay, roll initiative then.
I've never done this before. This should be fun.
You never did what before?
Initiative.
The bad guy's got a 5.
So was it D20 plus your initiative?
D20 plus a D plus your dex bonus. Right. Yes.
12.
12. And
15.
15. Dr. Strasser.
I should. I need to do something that is relevant to my. I need to roll two d20s. I have an arcane ability.
Okay.
Called Portent. Are you familiar with it?
No, I'm not.
Portent. Just quickly. It basically lets me control rolls by pre-recording rolls. Let me just quickly read it to you. If I can find it. There it is.
What kind of music is that?
Bad music.
Here it is. Yeah, Portent. Starting at second level, when you choose this, glimpses of the future begin to press in on your on your awareness. When you finish a long rest, roll 2 d20s and record the numbers you rolled. You can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature that you can see with one of these foretelling rolls.
Pretty cool.
You must choose to do so before the roll, and you can replace a roll in this way only once per turn.
Okay,
that's nice.
Each foretelling roll can be used only once. When you finish a long rest, you lose any unused foretelling rolls.
Okay, cool.
So I've rolled.
Okay, well, just record them and let me know.
6 and 17.
Obviously, you have to just announce before a roll is made when that replaces an upcoming roll. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I am going to cast Sleep.
Aha!
The classic.
Yep. Because there's how many of them?
Five.
Five.
5 on 2. That's not good.
Just quickly get Sleep.
Somebody's at the door, by the way. I don't know if
I sent out a message saying.
Oh, you did? Okay.
With a procedure, but
roll 5d8.
We'll get to it.
Oh wow.
For sleep?
That's what it says. Spell sends creatures to a magic summon. Roll 5d8. I might have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Awesome.
The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect.
Oh, neat.
So 11, 17, 22.
22, and it starts with the lowest one, correct? The lowest hit point one?
It can affect creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in an ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures.
Okay, so
ascending. So
ascending,
lowest.
meaning lowest.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. And what's the total number?
The total was 22.
Okay, so those 2 in front of you two go down. They both go and fall asleep instantly. Awesome. Okay, Morton, you are up.
I am up. Okay. Never did this before. Let's see what I got. I still have another spell. Hold on.
Are all of these guys like?
I'm gonna run up and grab that.
Sounds good.
Real quick, while you're figuring out what you're doing, and I will be right back.
So I have used up 1 spell slot.
Let's see. Where is my fun go-to spell? I'm so mad Tasha didn't work. I really got to print these out and put it in a sleeve.
Yeah, well, there's an app, isn't there? There's an app for spells.
There is, and I really got to get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
All right, well.
What is Morton doing?
Morton claps his hand and casts Shatter on the two guys by the door.
And then,
So in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point, everyone has to make a Constitution save.
a Constitution
Or take
save.
thunder damage.
Okay, I'm sure the Constitution saves suck for them. Those two are underlings. Oh yeah. A 10 and a 14.
10 and a 14? Well, that's not good enough for them. They need 15 or better.
Okay.
So 3d8.
3d8 on each of them.
5, 13. Yes, 20.
20 points of damage to each of them?
Yep.
Whoosh, they both go down. I think they picked the wrong guys to screw with. This guy will charge forward, and these two pull out bows and shoot at you two. And that one, Morton, what's your AC?
13.
13, a 9 plus the leader there plus a 6. A 15. He just hit you with his short sword for a whopping 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the two shoot arrows, one at each of you, and a 12 at Dr. Strasser. What's your AC?
13.
13, he misses you, and a 13 at Morton. What's your AC?
13.
So one hits you for a whopping short bow. 6 points of damage.
6. All right.
And it is the top of the round, and Dr. Strasser, you are up. Welcome, Ryan.
Thank you.
Let's see, I'm gonna go. It's these two, right?
Those two are shooting at you, yes.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna shoot back with magic missile.
Okie doke.
And magic missile. Great glowing darts, magical force. Each dart hits the creature of your choice. You can see
I think they're pretty much automatic.
Automatic, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
you just need to
1d4.
roll d4, and I think it's depending on the level you're casting it
Higher
at.
levels. I'm casting it at first level, so just one.
But it should be like 2 or 3
Is it?
d4s. I can't remember exactly.
A dart deals. These darts strike. 3 glowing darts.
Okay, 3
Yeah.
glowing darts, and you can split them up.
Yeah.
But you have to call it ahead of
2
time.
on one.
Okay, 2 on one and 1 on the
And
other?
one on
You
the
got
other.
it.
So plus 1. Oh wow.
Ooh!
Don't you love it?
So one guy takes how much?
I hate
One guy takes 4 and another guy takes 2.
Okay, they're both still up. And it is Morton's turn. Morton, what are you doing? You've got a guy swinging at you and somebody shooting arrows at you.
All right, well, I guess
How
he kinda
about,
hit
Oh, and you can still move if you want.
I was gonna
or
say,
both.
how about we move towards the door? While
You can, and so can
yeah.
Morton, but Morton would be moving out of
out of
out
melee.
of combat. So the guy would get an attack of opportunity.
Right, I don't want to do that.
I'm going
but
to
I'll
start.
move
You
you.
can disengage
I'm
and
gonna
run.
move to the-
How far can he go?
You can go 30 feet. It's roughly,
Out the door, I guess?
you probably get to there. Sure.
I'll stop at the door.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What are you doing?
Well, I got a hit, so I kind of turn around like that, and then an arrow kind of skins my neck a little bit over that way, so I kind of turn around there, and I just, I whisper a discordant melody at the guy in front of me and rack him with terrible pains with my dissonant whispers.
Okay, what is what do
Make
we
wisdom
have to
saving
do?
throw.
I'm sorry, dude. 17.
Darn it. Well, you take half as much damage.
Okay,
He
how
doesn't
much-
have to move away. Okay, so that's good.
What does he have to take?
3d6 damage, though.
That's half, or
Well,
half of that?
Half of that.
Okay.
Alright, so 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. He was unwounded, 5 points. Ah! He is in pain. His turn. He's like, just give up your gold, and we'll let you live.
Never.
He swings. He rolls an 11. I think he misses. And the 2 arrows, one fires over at the mage, and for a 14, I think he struck you, correct? And
13.
13, so he hit you. You take 4 points of damage from an arrow jabs into you all of a sudden. And then Morton, the other one, the 2, misses you badly. It is the top of round 3. Dr. Strasser, you are up.
I'm going to cast Charm Person on him, and 6 is going to be his saving throw.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter that you're in combat?
Um,
For Charm Person? I think you get some.
what do I have to do? I mean, unless I've got some sort of spell that I need to...
So he's got a DC of 6. I mean, a DC.
No, his roll is 6.
What do you mean his roll?
Portent.
You already.
I'm using the portent roll.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter. Which one did you charm?
The one he's fighting.
The one he's fighting. Let me look that up real quick. Ouch. That's interesting. 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 Okay, you must make a wisdom saving throw, and it does so with the advantage if your champions or companions are fighting it. So he would normally get, so here's the deal. That would be one of his 2 rolls.
Right.
So he has to make another roll.
Yeah.
Because he's
has got advantage.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And obviously he could roll badly. What's the DC?
The my DC. Where is it?
And it's wisdom. I mean, he is the leader. He's got a +4. Let me just throw it out here. He's got a 7. Doesn't matter. I'm
DC
sure.
is 13.
So he failed.
To be -1. Well, yeah, minus 12.
12, and he seems to ignore you, and he does not look like he's attacking you at this point, or Morton at this point. But he's not. He seems to be friendly to you, but he's not doing anything at the moment. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just saying, Morton.
Okay, Morton, it is your turn. What are you doing?
My turn. So this guy kind of like looking like that.
He seems like he's like trying. He's like something's going on in his head. Like, what is going on? What is going on here?
I am going to. You can move and then cast a spell. I guess you can do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I am going to break away from this guy.
Yep, and he doesn't seem to take an attack of opportunity upon you.
All right, kind of get around here, and then I'm going to cast Shatter on those, centered on those 2 guys.
Okay, roll away.
Well, they got to make a Constitution save.
No,
half damage.
And an 11 and a 17.
Well, one got half damage. The other one, he's not going to feel good in a minute. 14.
14 on the one with... Okay, so one of them goes down. The other one is still up. Okay, anything else?
That's good for now.
The other one shoots away at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to shoot at you, Morton. And he rolls a 19, not a critical. And he gives you a whopping 7 points of damage. Wow. The leader is standing there somewhat conflicted at the moment. It is the top of the round. Dr. Strasser, what are you doing?
Going through the door.
Out the door you go. You're in the alleyway of Venice. What are you doing? And then Morton, what are you doing?
I'm following him out the door.
You're following him out the door. The two of you are out the door. Huzzah! You survived your first... This wasn't your first combat.
Yeah, it was actually for
Holy
D&D.
crumb! And Dr. Strasser, you survived your first combat. Holy crumb. You are watching Seven Sided Die's Carpathian Adventure. We will be right back. Welcome back. You are watching the Carpathian Adventure on Seven Sided Die. Part of the party is in Venice, and some are on their way, or just north of Venice, in the vicinity of Treviso, and we rejoin them in progress.
I'll get the door.
Sure, it should be on.
I don't know if they read the message.
Oh, here. Well, because he leveled, I just changed my spells around just so you get it.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I'm probably going to ask you to send them to me again, just absolutely. So that because I won't remember that. But very cool.
That was fun.
Huzzah! And the party is, you guys are outside in the streets. You run into, meandering through the streets, Kip. And you recall that the party told you that the rest of them were going north across to the mainland.
All right, I fill Kip in. Is he coming tonight or no?
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'll fill Kip. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit down and just take a short rest.
You sit down in the streets. It's a little bit busy, and there's some crowds going back and forth and so forth. It doesn't sound like a plague room, even though that's what you hear at the moment.
So how does a short rest work? Like, how do you...
Short rest is roughly an hour, where you have to sit someplace.
All right, looks like we'll probably need to get to a safe place before I do that.
Yeah, you probably just don't want to sit down in the middle of the street. That might be a little...
Right in the alley for an hour?
I mean, if you can find an alley.
No, we can keep going. I could walk.
Yeah.
You know, just pluck the arrow out of the armor.
You probably don't want to just meander around aimlessly through the streets, but, I mean, you might.
How's Kip looking? He was kind of a little out of it earlier today.
Hey, Kip looks somewhat distracted at the moment, almost like he's in another world.
All right. Well, I grab Kip and say, Kip, come on, we gotta get out of here.
And Kip follows you. Where are you going? You're with Dr. Strasser, I assume? And Kip is with you?
All right. We kind of go towards more the nicer side of town for right now.
Okay. You head. It's kind of heading south to get to the nicer side.
We need to go north, though.
You need to go north to get to the barges to go to the mainland. Assuming you're
Now,
going
are
that
we
way.
supposed to? Are they supposed to come back to get us? Or are we supposed to go there to get
Well,
them?
they said that they were heading north. Is what they told you.
All right. Well, in that case, we'll turn around. We go
You
north.
turn around. You make your way through the narrow streets. Roll a perception check, each of you.
13.
13. You don't notice anything, but there's lots of crowds, people bumping into each other, kind of jamming their way through the streets. Back with you, Boulder. Welcome back, Ryan.
Thank you.
You are just up near the crossroads with 2 days north of Treviso with Gorp and Banner and Borinth. Gorp and Banner approach you, and as Banner is like, well, dude, it's been cool adventuring with you. Maybe I'll see you again. And he knocks over a glass. It's all cool. And he says, reaches out, shakes your hand. Maybe I'll see you again.
It's good fighting with you.
You too. Or me falling down a hole.
True.
And Gorp and Banner walk off into the sunset. You're there with Borinth. You know that the party is south of you.
Yes.
At least 2 days south of
And
you.
we are going to head back to the town.
Back to Treviso. The two of you take the road south, Boulder and Borinth. You're crossing rolling open terrain. Eventually you see, and you have one horse with you, one remaining horse. There's a dead horse in a cart back at the crossroads. You have a horse in tow. And you venture toward the city, and eventually you see the palisaded city on the horizon with a castle rising in the center of a wooden palisade. The castle, as you recall, was burned out, and it's still, of course, burned out. That was 2 days ago that you were here, and you're approaching it. Back with Balder and Dr. Strasser. Kip, welcome back.
Thank you.
Hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
I did. Thank you very much. Same to you.
Awesome. Good seeing you. You're walking through the streets of Venice right now with Morton and an individual that Morton met in a bar named
Dr. Conrad Strasser.
Oh, doctor.
Doctor.
Captain.
And the party relayed to you and to Morton that they were heading north.
Okay.
So, and Morton, I think you said that you were in the process of heading north.
Yeah.
As well. So what do you guys do? And you see that this guy Kip has some animals with him. He has a menagerie of animals accompanying him.
Well, I'm gonna stop for a second and just, say, just give me a minute. I gotta try something new, something I've been practicing and trying to learn. So I kind of sing kind of a soft tune and kind of where I got hit with the arrow and kind of just rub it a little bit and see if it starts to heal up. Cast a healing. What's a healing word? I think it's called. 1d4.
I'll take your word for it. Sure.
And cast a healing on myself.
Awesome.
1. 7 points.
You guys, those D4s are rough tonight.
Right here.
You rolled a magic missile and 3D1s.
Yeah.
Three ones on 3D4s. Anyway, okay, so you continue making your way. Kip, roll a perception check.
17.
17. You feel people bumping into you. You have a sense that somebody was trying to pick your pocket.
Oh. Just a sense that somebody tried?
That's the sense you had.
Okay, I'll snatch my hand down to my pocket and see if it connects with anything.
It's still there. Your pocket is still there.
Yeah, is there a hand or anything in my pocket?
No.
No. Is there the stuff that was in my pocket still in my pocket?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Then I will...
Spin around and punch the
I'm standing with these two?
Yeah, and the streets are crowded. It's jammed with people, yes.
And I'll just eye, with my one eye, eye them both suspiciously, especially you. And I'll just...
He's a doctor.
So is Kevorkian.
Highly respected.
I'll just grab my coin purse or my pocket and hold it close to myself, and I'll lean down to Lyko and say, "There's people trying to steal stuff from me. Keep an eye out."
All right, well, I'll keep it up.
Lykoa played by Tom.
Welcome back, Brian.
So
Okay.
you have a wolf, a tiger, and a giant snake.
Yeah, that's about summer.
And people are still coming close to us trying to pick pockets.
They're domesticated. I went through torture to domesticate.
No, I'm not
these
saying
things.
that. I'm saying
I almost died.
strange people are coming up to try to pick our pockets when we got these
Oh.
crazy things walking around with us.
Well, I mean,
It is a little strange.
he's got a puppy dog look.
Times must be rough.
The snake is probably the toughest thing to deal with. It's probably...
Yeah.
Wait a minute, the last time I saw you, you only had a wolf. Where'd you get these other two?
I think they lurk in the shadows.
Okay.
Okay, so you make your way through Venice toward the north side. Yes.
Yeah, we try to expedite it a little faster.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, maybe I send it to you offline. But since the last time we were in the library still, and I was asking questions about magical bows and where they might be sought. Is that something that I'd have to go back to that gentleman to get that information from? Potentially? I don't know if it was like when we were in the library, we had to come back, or... I probably should have said that to you over the week. I didn't think about it.
You guys left there rather precipitously. I know you weren't here the last session. So the party left there rather precipitously, and you didn't quite get the information you needed.
Okay.
If
Fair
that makes
enough.
sense.
That's fair.
There are ways to contact him if we need to.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay, so what are you doing?
So we should reconnect with the rest of our party members.
Absolutely.
You said they went north?
North.
All right.
That's all they said. Oh, and Oda took off.
Okay. I'll put my finger in the air. I'll bend over. I'll pick up some dirt. Throw it in the air. I think north is this way.
And you know
I should.
which way north really
tells
is.
you where
I
north
just
is.
made it seem like I really knew what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
Your
Well,
eyeball
all
tells
you have
you
to
where
do
it
is look in your display.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
I just put on a little display for the new guys.
Okay.
Showing off. Look at you.
Meandering through the streets of
Taste like
Venice.
the meatball.
Meandering through the streets of Venice, the main thoroughfares are quite crowded. People are bumping into each other as you make your way through. Roll another perception check.
Is that everybody?
You
people are
three,
bumping
not
into-
you, Bowler.
People are bumping into each other. Can I try like a sleight of hand and see if I can steal something?
Roll a interesting
You rolled
question.
for fun.
Roll an investigation check to start.
Investigation.
Yes.
Not my greatest.
It's a 21.
That was a
No,
nat
18.
20.
And that 20 for a perception check? Okay. You see, you don't. You're positive. You're comfortable. You sense that there's probably pickpockets around. So do
Oh,
you.
boy.
What'd you roll?
18? Oh, I did
18.
investigation. Was I supposed to roll perception too?
No, not yet. Yes, for the first thing. Yes, please do. Roll it a perception.
Perception. Where is it? 17.
17. You think you're pretty safe at the moment. You rolled an 18 on your investigation. You see, as you're moving through a crowd, you happen to see a purse, pouch, what have you, on someone that looks like you might be able to acquire it if you move yourself in the right way. How are you approaching?
Nonchalantly, of course.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Oh, good. Good stealth. 17.
17. Okay, you're sure that people around you know of your presence, but you don't necessarily know one way or the other if that person in front of you that you're about, you see that purse kind of dangling there. You're not 100% sure that they've noticed you or not. Okay, you can try and pick the pocket.
Why not?
Okay, you roll your sleight of hand.
Famous last words.
Yeah, you know.
Why not?
Why not? 12 plus 5. Keep rolling 17.
17. You feel it getting caught on something. Roll a deception check.
I'm good at that. 26.
26. They have not noticed yet. It's still caught on their belt.
Just
Try again. Sleight of hand. Roll away.
I haven't noticed. 13.
13. You start to pull on it. It's just not coming loose. Roll another deception check. Good thing you're a good deceiver.
Yeah, 13 on that one, though.
13. The person turns, sees you. What are you doing?
What, man? It's crowded here. I got caught.
And he reaches around and he pushes his purse back toward himself. And he goes, "Don't be a thief." And he starts to push. The crowd continues to move ahead. What are you doing?
Oh, I just knocked along and make my way out.
Okay, you continue. Do you continue looking? Or
No, that was it. I just wanted to try
you
it
continue to drive on through the crowd.
Actually, Tom, when he shifted the purse, would there be an opportunity for Kip to snag it?
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation?
Yes, please.
How's it going, man?
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20, nice. Roll how are you approaching it?
I'll just be kind of walking by as he gets the guy's attention. And
okay, roll a stealth check with advantage then.
Stealth with advantage. This is good. 16. 21.
21, you're pretty sure you can get up and get close enough and might be able to, but you notice his hand is on it. You can go for a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to be a disadvantage because his hand is there.
Let's do it. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You deftly, and he doesn't even, he barely notices it slices away and it sort of drops down. And you reach down with your hand and you grab hold of it.
All right, and I'll just wink at Morton there and turn around and walk away.
Okay, the two of you continue to march. Eventually, you guys get to.
Good job, man.
Eventually, you guys get to the north side. You get to the north side of the barges. You go through several archways, much like you did when you came into Venice, where you can see there are several guards asking to see your wooden tokens.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
You show your wooden token. You have a wooden token. You don't know that you have a wooden token, but you have a wooden token that's kind of like an easy pass to get through to Venice, and it's good for 3 days. And they're just checking to see that you have them and kind of looking at the date. They don't look like they're being very attentive to it. And then just beyond, there's a large set of docks, and then about 3 miles beyond that, across open water, you can see the mainland. So you're venturing out into an area where you could take a boat to the far shore if you wanted to. You show your tokens, you go through the arches, and you are at the docks at this point.
Okay. All right. Well, I turn to Dr. Strausser here. Strausser, right?
Strasser.
You're more than welcome to tag along.
Yeah.
Strength in numbers.
Who's the new guy, Morton?
I met him at a bar, but he knows a bit about arcane magic, which I think might come in handy.
Is he willing to fight Ghazi with us?
I did not explain that to him. I figured I'd leave that to you guys.
That's not a first
I didn't want to scare him away, you know.
I mean, it's like second base. You know, our journey is not for the faint of heart.
I have this disease.
Can you pass it to Ghazi?
Oh, he's got the Ghazi.
He's got the Ghazi.
He's got the Ghazi. Yeah, our adventure is not for the faint of heart, you know.
It's not. You want to explain it to him, or you want me to explain it to him?
Maybe we should wait for the others.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be best.
Yeah.
You might see Borinth and go running anyway.
Exactly. That was, yes. All right. Come along.
Borinth just gets the urge to punch someone.
We're not there.
Yet. Okay. So do we need a boat to get passage?
Well, I guess we got like 3 miles of water we gotta go over.
Yes, well, you can swim it if you are hardy.
Okay.
You did. It's up to you.
The wolf and the
You
tiger.
have the 5 horses with you that you brought with you.
Oh yes, 5 horses.
You brought with you on the boat.
All right, let's see if
Or
we
you
can
can
find.
abandon them in town. It's up to you.
It's like a
We're
scatter bomb.
gonna abandon him. We must
Is
sell him.
Emilio happen to still be in dock in port?
Is Emilio in port?
Yes, he is.
No, he's
No,
not.
no, he's not. He left.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry. He took off with Oda. Oda?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oda's gone too?
That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Familia ran off with your girl.
Yeah, we
Just
need
so-
Oda.
She says
Yeah,
that
she needs Oda.
when we get close to where she's going, Newcastle, we can reach out to her.
Okay.
And she'll help us.
She's our trip home. Okay. So I will seek out passage.
Okay, you go up toward the edge of the dock. It's a stone dock. It sort of drops off into the water. And then far beyond, you can see in the distant shore area, an eyeball calibrated roughly 3 miles to the north. Somewhere over here is kind of a quasi picture of, there we go, of the bay beyond Venice. And there's a series of boats there, and there's almost like a taxi ramp. People waving to you, boat, boat, boat.
Okay, like ship Uber.
Yeah, pretty
Right.
much.
Boat.
Okay.
And there's a myriad of individuals there trying to get your attention. Some of them see the horses and realize that they need a bigger boat.
Yeah,
Do
we need
either
a
of
bigger
you
boat.
speak Italian?
No. I
Doctor?
don't.
I do.
Yeah, leave
You
it,
do?
to,
Okay,
leave it to the
excellent.
doctor to know all the languages.
I have a list
I'm
of languages.
going to take your word for it.
Okay, let's see if we can get some transport for 5 horses, 3 animals, and 3 people.
Okay. I go up to the...
Is that partridge in the pear tree?
For of these, your animals and the horses, my boat is one of the few that can take you across. 5 gold. I'll take all of you across to the far shore.
5 gold.
Yes.
I'm gonna look in the coin purse that I now have.
Okay,
acquired and see
roll
if,
a d20, please.
Come on, big mama.
We need to investigate what's in it.
15.
Hey, good.
15.
Oh, I don't know. It could be corn.
Just yeah, really. Oh, you have it. You know what I mean? It's not like you have to.
Bunch of smoke shoots out.
It's the quantity.
Yeah. The boat on the side's like Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah, really.
I'm saying it's Noah's Ark.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just stopping off here.
You find 15 gold and grab 2 out of each bag.
Ooh.
There we go. Nice. Oh, that's smelly. Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, that's
Healing
what.
potions
And you found 15 gold.
and 15 gold.
Doesn't that guy know how to keep
I will
potions in
take
one bag?
5 gold out of the purse and hand it over to the doctor for passage.
Okay, and you hand it to him. And he helps you bring the horses and the animals on, and he uses it. He sculls his way to the far shore, and then as you get to the far, as you're slowly approaching the far shore, you can see it's rolling hills beyond. And then in the distance, you see a city surrounded by a wooden palisade, and in the center of that city, a large castle that looks somewhat blackened, if you will. And then you're deposited, unless you ask him to do anything else, you're deposited on the far shore.
I think that's...
All right.
You do see a city beyond.
Do we know where they are, or should I track them?
I think they just said north. You might have to track them.
All right.
They didn't actually say... They just said they just were going north.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, I'm going to bend over and look at the dirt, and then I'm going to focus on Baldur's hammer. Boren's hammer. We'll go with Boren's hammer. It's a little bit more noticeable. The hammer axe, and I'll focus on that and see if I can gauge where that is.
Interesting. Bear with me 1 second.
I still believe it's
I don't even know where
items,
we
not
are right
people.
We're on our way back.
We're on our way back? Officially on our way back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're on our way back to Trivasi.
Yeah.
Or Travis. Some name of a town.
You focus quite intently on what is it you're focusing
His
on?
hammer. His axe hammer thing.
On his hammer itself, and just kind of concentrating on it.
It's Oak's hammer.
And
Oak's
then
hammer?
all of a sudden
Oh,
you get the chevron moves in a certain direction and seems to indicate where it is and about how far it is. And you think it's just about 1,000 feet away from you.
Oh. Okay. Oh, he's really close. Okay.
You know, shaking?
Well,
pretty
at
good
least
time.
I'm assuming it's him. It could be a tree. So yeah, I'll pick up the dirt again. I'll push it, I'll throw it in the air, I'll act like I know what I'm doing, and then I'll point in the direction of the chevron. I'll be like, they went this way.
Okay.
And well, I guess if you believe me.
Baldur and Barnes are in a fist fight in a bar with two other.
Yeah.
Timing is everything in life.
That.
Timing is everything in life. While you were just outside the city palisade, remarkably, Kip and Morton, with someone else, and a myriad of animals and horses, come strolling up to the outside of the palisade wall as well. You see them in the distance.
Okay.
That was quick.
Wow, you're 1,000 feet away.
That's hilarious.
Look who finally decided to join us. And we're filthy.
Yeah.
Because we were just fighting underground in tunnels with these like crazy alien-looking things. Whatever they were.
I don't mean to be offensive, but you guys look awful.
It wasn't
More awful than normal.
We feel great.
Are you,
Good time.
are you guys okay?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
Do you need healing?
No.
Of course
Why
not.
would I need healing?
I don't know.
I can heal.
Yeah, but I mean, Morton could heal better.
How dare you?
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
His doesn't hurt.
We'll see about that when Morton needs healing.
His doesn't hurt when you heal him.
But it works.
5 points. Listen, Morton picked up a straggler along the way.
Okay. Who is that?
He's a doctor.
Doctor. What's a doctor?
That might be his name.
Okay.
I don't know. He picked him up in a bar.
Can you trust him?
I don't know him.
Is he battle hardened?
I don't know.
Well, he held his own in the bar. Put it
That's
that
Morton.
way. He was pretty quick on his feet. Casting spells got us out of there, so I'd vouch for him. I don't know if that means anything to you, but I'd vouch for him.
Okay. Well, he's got to. Doctor, you got to pull your own weight around here.
Yeah. What's he look like?
He looks like Basil Rathbone.
Who?
He looks like Sherlock Holmes.
Wow.
I thought you were older.
Even I didn't know
Okay.
that. I still feel bad.
Like Sherlock Holmes.
I'm going to grab him by the collar. I'm going to lift him up and be like, squishy. He looks really squishy.
Everything is squishy to you.
You're squishy too.
I know.
That's just how he says hello. Don't get offended.
All right. Well,
All right.
hope he doesn't die under our hands.
Where have you guys been? Do we know where we're headed?
So we took a little job to the north. We ran into, you remember Gorp? Apparently,
The hand?
Yeah, apparently he doesn't know how to keep his post.
Oh.
So, but he was out here with a friend of his, an old-time buddy, and they were looking for some adventure, and Baldur and I were bored. We wanted to smash some stuff, so we took a little job to the north. Apparently there was some trouble along the road. Merchants and travelers couldn't come in and out of the city from the north.
Did you make money?
No.
So you were looking for a job and you didn't get paid.
We got something better.
We're doing it for free.
Or you got something better.
Did you get some
Because I was gonna say,
eyeballs at
like,
least?
Morton and I were just walking down the street and we made 15 gold.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably stole it too. We made a deal.
All I was doing was teaching Morton how to do it right.
So you did steal it.
I've acquired it.
Do you remember what happened to the last guy in this party that stole all the time?
Well, yeah, but he was just...
Well, why don't you
he just
remind our
wasn't
new
right.
friends what happened to him?
Oh, you mean how you brutally assaulted and murdered him?
Murdered
we're
him
not
in the
gonna
middle of
steal
the
from you.
in the middle of the street in Constantinople.
Okay.
But I think he was more than just his thievery. He was corrupt.
I get you. It's fine.
Yeah.
I know what you have to do. Do what you got to do.
I'm not selling. It's not like I'm selling drugs in the harbor or anything like that. I mean, I'm not hurting anybody.
Yeah. No thanks to me.
It's where it all starts.
Is
Next
Connor
thing,
and
you're
Duncan still
ripping
with us, or
eyeballs
did
out
they
of
go with
people's
Oda?
skulls.
Connor and Duncan
for 2
are
gold.
gone, and we don't know because they're with.
They went with Oda?
No, they went with Louvier.
With Louvier.
Yeah, we haven't
Right,
even seen
Louvier.
him. He
I forgot
disappeared.
about him. Yeah,
Your
okay.
cleric
well,
friend
We
disappeared.
don't feel much like the champions of the sun.
No, our
these days.
sun seems to be setting. We're missing a lot of folk.
Might have to rename it.
Well, if you're going to rename it, you got to let me know, because I'm going to start spreading the word. We can't change the name every 5 minutes.
Forget it. That sounds like a lot of work.
We're now the champions of the moon.
Anyway, so we made a deal where what was the guy, the guy in charge of the guild, the merchant guild in this city here, would help us recruit for the cause.
Could he help us passage ships into Venice? I mean, just throwing it out there.
I think that ship has sailed.
Oh.
Yeah. Especially since we're heading into the... And we don't know how much we can trust him. But we are going to try to utilize him to help us recruit.
Okay.
Balder came up with the plan on how to spread the word, and so that was the deal. So we went up north to the road, took care of some business, found out some really disturbing information, killed a whole bunch of stuff. I killed a whole bunch of stuff.
He killed a lot.
I killed a lot of things. Feels good. I feel refreshed.
You smell?
I smell again.
Yes.
It's all better. I smell better again. What we discovered, though, is that the tunnels that we had come across by Ghazi's palace, what city was that? Prusa?
Was it?
Sagut.
Sagut,
That's what it is.
yeah.
The tunnels that we came across in Sagut, where they were holding prisoners and feeding them to those beasts, well, those tunnels possibly connect all the way as far away as this area here.
It's quite a distance from here.
Quite a distance.
And they're Ghazi's tunnels, is what we can
Well,
surmise?
they connect from what we've seen there compared to what we've seen here. Yes,
Those creatures.
Those same
They just use the tunnels for the drug trade, then.
Probably the creatures.
I don't know if the...
Well, they're not very safe. I mean,
I don't know if the tunnels are passable yet. I mean, with those things down there.
I mean, we were in there. We were just killing them, and they were coming and coming to the point where we had to get out of there. They were just... Eventually, we would have been overrun.
You think they'll invade Venice?
I think it's possible. I don't know if those creatures doesn't seem like they ever come above the surface. They were using other creatures. They were scaring them into digging these tunnels, and they were coming up above the surface. It doesn't seem like these, like, whatever they were.
Are these the same creatures you ran into a long time ago?
And it doesn't seem like, as of right now, they don't seem to come to the surface, but that can always change.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's our next steps?
We need to talk to the gentleman here, let him know what we found, and then we can be on our way. Continue north.
Continue north. Yeah.
We're gonna. I mean,
we should leave a message for John.
It's only getting colder, and we're gonna have to get through this mountain pass sooner than later.
Yeah. What about Jonas?
We should leave him a message.
We probably should.
Probably one for Louvier too.
Well,
I always forget Louvier.
Well, I talked to the guy at the library about
abandoned me
Jonas. If you remember. Or you weren't there.
You talked to who?
You weren't there. The guy at the library. What was his name? He had a really long name.
Oh, I was at the library.
Yeah, I talked to him about Jonas.
That's right.
I left a message for him if he was to come across Jonas to let him know where we were headed.
Okay.
And I think
so. Let's
Jonas. So my concern about Jonas, first of all, is either that he had some unfinished business to do as far as figuring out his history and his memory coming back to him or whatnot, or somebody may have gotten a hold of him. Maybe he owed some debts, or maybe.
Do you think Ghazi got him?
I don't know. I don't know. There's really no trail. There's no trail.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would hope to think that, he can contact us. I guess he would contact us if there was trouble. He doesn't need anything to make contact unless he's dead, which is possible.
Okay. Well, let's go see the person you're supposed to see, and
I
guess we'll move on. And you're right, Jumnus can reach us if he needs us.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm hungry. Thirsty.
You venture toward the city gates. There are a couple guards standing outside the city gates. You remember them as tax collectors as well, collecting 1 silver to enter. There's one standing next to a board, and he's marking chits on the board as people enter.
Didn't we already have a thing, Sean?
that's
Did we
the
get
token,
something?
right?
No,
Or
when
is
we
this
passed. Did we get a token?
That was a different city. It was a much more advanced city than this.
No, when we first came here. The last session.
Yes, you
Balder
paid to
and I
enter
paid.
and then you left.
Oh, so we didn't get like another token.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's like driving in New Jersey. All right.
No, just pay the toll, man.
You paid the toll.
Paid the
It's
toll.
a silver apiece. There's roughly 10 of you ish to call it a gold for the party. Somebody
10
chalk
of
it
us?
off. Well, I mean, you've got 3 animals.
Charging
We
the
have
animals
to pay
too?
for the animals.
5 people. They're not small.
I didn't know we were paying by size here.
How many axles?
I'll just pay for them.
Okay,
That's exactly.
you pay, you chalk off a gold, and they seem to put up, the one looks at the animals almost like, how many tallies do I, whatever, and he just adds 3 more onto the board very quickly. And you venture into the town itself. Up ahead, you see the tavern that you were at before, the Leggermonte e Meno di Uno di Scarica,
Big sign.
which meant, the Italian individual says, as
Slightly worse than the dump, was it?
slightly better.
Well, slightly better than the dump. Well, at least
Slightly
we're
better
moving up
than
in the
the
world.
world.
dump.
The first one was basically a dump, or
The first one was a dump.
oh, okay,
This one is slightly better.
better than that.
At least they're
Balder.
honest.
You're from the north, right? People used to travel the seas. Did you ever hear about a place, a continent, that they speak entirely and adventurers can't? Have you ever heard of that place?
I have not.
No? It sounds like a dream. But I have no idea.
Maybe we'll get there one day.
Maybe we'll
Someday,
get there one day.
We'll get there.
I'm
We'll
sure
get
that your
there.
people have traveled.
Okay, what do you do?
We go in?
You go in. Okay.
Yeah.
Into the inn. And you venture in, and you see the individual standing behind the bar who was there before. And he's like, "Oh, welcome back again. It's so good to see you." And you see the young lady Alana sitting there, still over in a corner in the back area, mashing away grapes with her feet, just pounding away at them.
Don't even want to know.
I'll take your best wine.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Your freshest wine.
Yeah. You're fair.
So
We gotta talk to the merchant guild guy, right?
Yes.
I don't remember his name.
His name was Curcio Camarini.
yes.
Camarini. Where's
Do we
Camarini?
Oh, I'll get him for you. You're gonna be here a while?
Yeah, bring us food and some drink.
Outstanding. Alana, some food and drink. She looks down at her feet. Oh, I'll take care of it. I'll be right with you. He leaves the room for a few minutes, motions towards some tables. You guys take a seat. Eventually, he comes back and he says, Curcio says he'll be over in a few.
All right.
Okay.
And how did it go north of here?
Your troubles are fixed.
Really?
Really.
Well, that's marvelous news.
Just remember the champions of the sun.
The champions of the dun.
Yeah,
Yes,
the sun.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
The sun. Very good. The champions
friend
of the
here-
fun.
The
Our
champions of
friend
the
here
dump.
is gonna take over entertainment in your establishment right now.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
I'll
Oh,
do my popular demand ability there, and pay pretty much. I work and they get free drinks and food.
what do you play?
You name it.
We
Lute,
never have to pay for
flute,
food again.
violin, bagpipe.
We
What do you
never have to
like?
pay for
All
food
at
again.
one time.
All at one time.
Oh, just keep them coming.
Violin it is today.
Roll a
Man,
performance check.
Get glasses. 16.
16. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was hurt today, so I'm not really into it. Not my best work.
It's a little bit tough. Eventually, a Curcio comes in.
Word of advice. Every rehearsal is a performance. Every performance is a rehearsal.
You are right. You are right.
Born the wise barbarian.
I have been schooled.
A Curcio comes in. You're back so soon.
That's the musician in me. Comes out. Metagame musician.
You're back so soon. How did it go?
Your troubles are taken care
It's a
of.
good and a bad.
What do you mean? He says they were taken care of, and you say good and bad.
Well,
Good news is your immediate threat is taken care of. Your caravan should be able to make it north, and you should be able to receive supplies. The bad news is an infestation that we've run across way further south is spreading up here.
Disease?
Like basically an infestation of bugs, but large humanoid
like creatures
I don't really have a name for them.
are in the underworld, in the underground, and they travel through these tunnels that are being created by whatever. I don't even know what those things we're fighting were called. There's these large burrowing animals that create these tunnels underground, and there's an infestation of these.
They were driven out of their home because of these creatures, which is what was leading them to attack your caravans. So we've taken care of them, and so far these creatures don't come above ground. So for now,
We killed
things are
many.
safer. But
We killed all of the creatures that were causing the burrowing problem and stopping the caravans. But the other creatures that live under Earth, they're still down there. So I advise any. First of all, I would probably advise you if you send some crews across up the northern road to start filling in possibly some of the holes that are out there, and I'd advise people to only travel during the day if they could.
Do you think these
not to venture down into the holes?
Are they going to come back?
I don't believe so. I mean,
so this goes back to our original deal that we made before we left. This is Ghazi's doing. These creatures down there Ghazi is feeding them. He is helping them spread. And as far as we know now, they stay below ground. But I don't know what his plan is with them. I don't know what he's doing with them. So I can't give you any solid, concrete evidence that they won't be a threat later. But currently they're spreading across all of Eastern Europe.
so it's not just your problem, it's a problem all over the region, everywhere. That's why we need to unite. That's why we need to build this army. That's why we need to stop Ghazi. Because basically he's creating back doors into all of these towns and cities and villages across this whole land.
Well, I'll keep my end of the bargain that I promised. We'll send, you said Thessaloniki. We'll send warriors who are desirable of helping to there. You're going to provide me with some type of token to give them
Yes,
to recognize
and I'll give
them.
him a bag with 200 gold, and use some of the gold for whatever you need to keep things running around here. And I'll show him the gold piece, how it's like it just doesn't look like normal gold. And I'll say anyone interested in joining the fight, give them this, and this will be their entry to train with us and prepare for this coming fight.
And one last thing. We have people who are spread out within the population here.
What do you
in the
mean?
city, in the area. And if we receive word from them that the funds are being used inappropriately, I'm not calling you a thief. I'm just letting you know that we have eyes and ears on the ground here.
I'm a merchant.
We're not here to threaten anyone.
Not threatening. I'm just letting you know that we have people here.
These caves that you found, they should probably be guarded.
There's too many of them. I mean, they're scattered across the countryside. But these beasts don't seem to come up to the surface. They stay down below the surface. So I don't believe that you have any fear of them coming out. However, maybe these holes, entrances to the below should be filled.
The problem is if they chose to, there'd be nothing anyone could do to stop them. There's too many of them.
Well, I could probably stop them, but that's besides the point.
Even Great Board will be overrun eventually.
The tales that would be told. But those holes, those entrances could be filled. Mm-hmm. They could be filled. You send out workers into the field, they could probably fill them. It does take a great amount of work.
It does seem like they're not as good at digging as they. It does seem like they're using other creatures to help them. So
yes.
With those out of the way, hopefully that slows them down.
Be good practice for some new soldiers to use in the field.
Very well. We'll use them judiciously.
Good.
And to the appropriate fighters who are willing to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. To the extent that the town can pay for your stay here, I will arrange it.
Thank you.
I don't think we'll be staying very long. We will keep the horses that we came in here with.
Oh, very well.
Right?
I
And
mean, your friend is not with you, and he had made a deposit on them, so I think that's reasonable.
Oh, we'll take the deposit for him.
Well, I mean, the
if we're
horses are
keeping
rather expensive.
I thought that was part of the deal.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh boy, I'm so good at these things.
Boinks just wants to use and abuse these poor
Right.
people. They have.
He's telling us, Steve.
They,
I know, he's
they have nothing.
What's that?
They have nothing. Just let them be.
That was my exact thoughts.
10.
Then he's like, our deal with him was that he would bring back the horse, and then I would give him back the horses and give him back the deposit. And I
Okay,
think
we'll keep
that's
the
good.
deposit then. We'll take the horses.
Very well. Very, very well. And he says, again, thank you. We will use the coins judiciously. He looks at them, eyeing them. And what do they have on them?
I guess they have like some sort of dragon symbol that nobody's really seen on any sort of gold before.
Okay. And is it very finely wrought, or is it rather rugged?
Is there a sun on it?
Yeah, I would say like very rugged kind
Dragon
of like
flying
I tried
into
to
a
smelt
sun.
gold myself at home or something.
Dragon flying
Okay.
into
Really
a
rough
sunset.
coin with a very clear dragon logo on it.
Okay. He's looking at it. He clearly has not seen anything like this before. And he says, well, then if you'll excuse me, I'll be on. Again, I'll arrange it so that you're welcome to stay if you
Thank you.
decide to.
We're gonna eat and enjoy some food of yours and some
The
drink.
barkeep brings over a platter of food to you. It's all just
Sandra.
this mound of meat, as potatoes and what have you, and brings over some drinks. It's not like the dump in Venice. He actually pours mugs for you if you want individual mugs. If you want a tea, you could probably get real tea leaves, you have a sense, as opposed to ground up oak leaves or something like
But
that.
not as nice as one.
He brings over a mug of steaming tea for you.
Yes.
And then what are you guys doing?
Doctor, show us what you got.
In terms of what?
Entertained us.
Dance. Dance, monkey dance.
What specialties do
starts going.
you bring to the group here?
I have some spells. I dabble in information.
Information. What kind of information?
All sorts of information.
Okay.
I keep hearing the name Ghazi. Does that mean anything to me?
Roll a investigation check, I'm gonna say.
15.
15, you've heard the name. You know that he's a leader, Anatolian Turk. Oh, that's kind of synonymous. I mean, redundant rather. He's, but beyond that, you don't know that much about him.
You mentioned going north. Where specifically north do you think are you
Traveling through the Alps currently. That's our destination. We are headed towards the Untersberg Mountains. So we have to pass straight through the Alps.
Anything in the other?
Roll an investigation with advantage.
Dragon glass. Did I?
Scotland? It's in Scotland.
24.
24, you've heard of Untersberg. It's a large mountain in
It wasn't my home.
But that's
Alps
ultimately our goal. Is to
in
go
Bavaria.
I don't know if I wrote that down because that was
Do I know anything more about it? Like, is there anything going on there?
Roll a history check. Straight up.
Which means Jonas probably
15.
15. You may have heard of a legend of Barbarossa, a famous king or emperor from days of yore. That some legends say that he's under Untersberg.
What brings you to that area, to that region?
I have some business to attend to in that area.
North, right?
Something that will hopefully help us with our overall.
Does that have anything to do with Ghazi?
Not particularly.
Italy.
It has nothing to do with Ghazi. However, it may aid us in our quest against Ghazi. So, we encountered Ghazi before, and we were overwhelmed at the powers that he has. So, part of us trying to build an army and trying to build our own skills up is to be able to take on Ghazi. So, we have a couple of stops that we have to make in order to aid us in that. And this is the next stop.
Did I have any specific business that I was doing in Venice, or did you have anything planned? Or?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
If Dr. Strasser has something in mind,
no, I didn't have anything.
Drive on.
To add on.
We are headed straight through the Alps, so I recommend that you prepare yourself. It is beginning of winter. It's not going to be easy. I think we all know this.
Is anything ever easy with us?
No. No. So, when do you guys want to head out?
Probably
Think,
first thing?
Yeah, I think first light.
Well, the longer we wait, the colder it's gonna get.
Well, do you guys need to rest or?
Well, the night would be nice.
Yeah.
So we'll leave first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Tell us about this fight you had.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was cool.
Yeah?
I almost got robbed in this really dumpy place. Man, they started surrounding us, and I used my shatter spell and blew these two guys right out the door.
Did you kill them all?
Most of them.
Did you win?
We won.
You didn't run?
Heck no, man. Right, Doc? He charmed one guy, and he had this one guy hacking his friends up. It was crazy.
Nice.
Roll a deception check.
I was just going to say.
I'm pretty good at deception. Let's see.
I was going to say, I want insight
And roll a
insight check?
Sure.
Oh, 18. There you go.
11.
Okay. It sounds believable.
You're like all in on it now.
Whoa, yeah.
Nice. That's good. That's good. That's
Cut
good.
from the same loincloth.
All right,
No, really.
that's good,
Trying to
yeah.
follow your your example, you know.
That's good. That's good. All right, I'll tell you what then. You guys can take on the next. You can take the front on the next battle that we find.
Should we start a bar fight and see how they do?
Yeah, you guys should go Joe
Love a
from
good
in
bar
there.
fight.
We could start one right now.
That won't be next.
First fight, you guys take the lead.
We'll start
We'll
going
see what
around
you got.
challenging everyone to arm wrestles. No one can beat my man. Boy.
My man here is the strongest man with the loot.
Borinth, your what was it that you needed to do in the Alps when you get to Barbarossa's tomb? That's what we're going is his
We need
gravesite.
to travel
His gravesite,
underground
right?
into his gravesite.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the entrance of the tomb?
No,
Okay.
Yeah. So what's the purpose of it?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Is it
Find
what
out.
your book was telling you to do?
No, this was that
This-
your
this
your
was before the
Barbarossa
book.
told me himself.
Barbarossa told you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did we
I
know
thought he
that?
And the book is directing me.
Did he say that out loud to us?
To me.
I don't remember. To
Wait,
you.
wait. But
Oh, so
was
we
he
don't
a
know.
ghost or?
It was something, some sort of his.
He's the undead skeleton king under the blue crystal. He's the king of Burgundy, Italy, and the Empire, the Roman
Yeah,
Empire.
but
That's my note on
his-
Barbarossa.
What I understand is he is somewhere under those mountains, possibly.
Are we trying to prevent him from being resurrected again?
I don't know.
So we don't know exactly where in the mountains this tomb is.
No, there's a lot of stuff we don't know.
Do you know anything about Barbarossa's tomb?
Do I know anything about that?
Roll a history check with disadvantage.
I honestly can't tell you if I'm going there to destroy him or if I'm going there to
Recruit
befriend him.
19. Okay.
A 19?
Don't know.
Maybe tomorrow I can.
You know that there are
focus on it.
several legends
What's that?
about
Maybe tomorrow I can
him
focus
that
on it.
One says that he's buried under Untersberg, another says that he's buried in another range slightly farther north, but that none of them are definitive and they are, quote, legends.
Well, I guess we can travel up there till we hit a town and then ask around.
I know once we get to the mountains, we'll be looking for ravens.
Okay.
See what happens when we get there.
All right.
Do you have a raven?
Yes, I do.
It's Peeps.
I'll have him. He can help us look.
That's what I know.
Okay.
And my book has been directing me in that direction. So that's where we're going.
And you trust your book?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
He thinks the book is real.
Jonas thought the book was evil.
Jonas thinks everything.
Where's Jonas now?
Yeah, but you still see the pictures.
I see the pictures.
Because I saw no pictures.
You don't know how to read.
I think that's backwards.
I don't know what she's
Sorry.
talking about.
No, Jonas thinks everything's evil. He was suspicious of everything.
This is accurate.
Okay. I know what I see.
Yeah, okay. I believe you.
I mean, before I had the book, I couldn't heal. Now I have the book and I can heal.
I believe you less.
Still don't think you can heal.
I can heal.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen you hit some people.
Yeah. I do that too.
It's a negative effect. For every 2 points he heals,
He just yells at him. Heal!
Punches him.
Get better.
Okay.
That is the extent
Hit
of
him.
barbarian
I
healing.
I hit him and I tell him to take a short rest. And you'll be fine.
That's your diagnosis every time. Take one short rest and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I punch him.
See me in the morning.
I punch him for 6 points of damage, and then I tell him to take a short rest and roll a hit die. And you'll feel better in the morning.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
All right, well, at the end of the night, Morton's gonna pull out his lute and just sing a song about the lady in white who was rescued from, slave trade and traveled with these adventurers and got chummy with this knight and fortunately had to leave on a boat to Newcastle, but she wanted to let him know that she was thinking of you.
Well, what a nice way to tell me she's gone.
There you go.
Whoa.
Well,
Roll a
you're gonna be a-
perception. Roll a performance check with advantage.
With advantage, okay.
You're crying by the end of the song.
It's just such a good song.
Neither is good. I'm gonna use this. We just reroll
Really?
one.
This?
Yes. Actually, since it was with advantage, you roll both. Yeah. You're just redoing the roll.
All right, well, 18's good.
18. It's a very moving song. It's not going to win any Grammys, but it's a very moving song. And how does Balder take it?
Balder, what's in your, you got something in your eye or something, man?
I just shed a tear.
What's wrong?
We will meet again with her soon.
Yeah, we kind of need her, right?
We do.
Do we even have the scroll anymore since Jonas is not with us?
I think Oda had it.
Oh, Oda has the scroll?
No, she gave it to you.
She did give it to me.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I think Oda had it.
Okay. All right.
Do you want me to hold on to it? Do you want to hold on to it?
And what did she, what
Actually,
did
you know what?
she say?
I think you should hold on to it.
yeah.
Well, going by the song, what did
It's his
she?
dowry.
What did she say that she had to do?
She was going to be reunited with her family.
Gotcha.
But she did say that when the time comes and you can call on her, and she'll
Okay.
come and help us.
I mean, maybe now that we have a doctor, maybe the doctor can cast the spell. Maybe we don't need Oda anymore.
Possibly.
We do have the scroll, so we just need someone strong enough to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see if he survives.
We'll see. See if any of us survive, and then the scroll is made.
I mean, I know I'm going to survive. I'm just saying, the rest of you may not.
But it's probably for the
Dude, a
best.
pillar landed on you and you just shrugged it off.
She's been kept prisoner for a long time. I can see why she'd want to see her family.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, I'm sure we will meet her again.
Okay. Rest and meet up down here in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna drink way too much. And,
Start arm wrestling some people?
yeah, looking for trouble. Definitely looking for trouble. I'm looking for seedy individuals. People that look at me for too long.
The crowd.
You're staring them down until they look at you.
Yeah.
And then you get mad because they're like really uncomfortable looking at you.
What are you looking at?
Nothing.
The crowd gets much more busier and so forth as the evening progresses. Unless you're specifically looking to punch somebody in the face,
No.
it's just kind of a drinking evening, and then the rest of it passes somewhat uneventfully unless you do anything.
Leave
Next
before
morning.
dawn.
Okay.
What is it?
I just said we're gonna leave before dawn.
You leave before dawn. You're up. You have your you have 6 horses. You're
Just before we go to sleep, can I talk to the innkeeper and just
Of
see
course.
if he can prepare some food for travel, just for the
of
upcoming
course.
days?
Some omelet.
Yes, we'll give you some fresh food.
Some jerky or whatever,
Jerky.
or something that's
It takes a little while to
travelable.
smoke it.
Oh well, if he's got already.
I'll see what I can scrounge up.
Yeah, just some meats or stew or whatever that we could take.
Do you like grapes?
I mean, that'll work.
Grape
It's food.
skins.
No. After thinking about the
Lots
feet.
of grape skin. Grape
So,
skin.
Kip, I was thinking about this. As we travel north on the road, I'm somewhat familiar with the path. There's going to be some opportunity for you to get us some fresh food.
Oh.
There's sheep and
Game.
goats and game that are out.
Okay, I just figured for the first day or two, it'd be nice to have something.
I'm just saying,
with us.
we're gonna have to
we'll
probably
forage.
utilize a bunch of that.
Yeah, we could do that.
And you seem to be the man for the job.
I mean, this terrain doesn't exactly favor my skills, but I can do my best.
Shoot an arrow, right?
I can shoot an arrow.
I've seen you shoot an arrow. That's all you need.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The night passes uneventfully. Next morning, he's got some food laid out for you. Probably, you would say, in terms of fresh food, maybe a 2 days worth of food, enough for the party.
Yeah.
It's not going to be sufficient for animals.
That's fine.
But it should be sufficient for the party itself. And you venture forth, or what do you do?
I'll attach it to our animals and just make sure all our gear is in check. I'll do the whole prepping, getting them ready to go, and
okay.
see if we go.
And
worst case, the wolf and tiger can eat the snake.
Yep.
There you go.
Warp them up like spaghetti.
Tastes like chicken, right?
Yeah. So
which way are
pack
you
up,
going?
prepare. We're headed north.
You are heading north.
This guy's
Understood.
Time it is.
You're heading through the Alps.
You know where we're going. Lead the way.
I mean, I don't really know where we're going, but we're
well,
headed north.
We see mountains in the distance,
Yeah.
and that's where we're going.
So I believe, based on what we've seen, and based on some of the maps that we have, that there should be a pass through the mountains that we're going to be heading.
Okay. Lord of the Rings montage it.
Mm-hmm. Get the sky shots going.
Different angles of us just walking.
Yeah.
And all of a
Panning
sudden,
around the whole mountain.
Now you're the elf. You get to walk on top of the snow.
And Professor, if you're coming with us, I do that.
montage. You're in
You're going to
Scotland.
want warm clothing. You're going to want warm clothing. We're going to be out there for some time, and this is your chance. Once you head out, we're going to be on the road for quite a while. Harsh weather. Be
Are we
prepared.
heading straight up into Germany, or are we going more
Should be straight into Germany.
like after the Alps? Where's our next goal?
Well, I guess we have to head northeast, kind of, right? My geography, somewhere right from
Roll
Italy.
a
Well, yeah, I mean northeast would be.
insight check.
Yeah,
But did we have anything to do in Germany?
Well, that's where Barbarossa is.
Just an intelligence
Right, yeah.
check.
I
Just
thought it was
roll
in
a
the
straight
Alps.
up intelligence check.
You just got to go through the Alps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What intelligence?
Sure.
Let me see if my book has any pictures.
Funny, Tom.
C spot jump.
Oh, it's straight intelligence. That would be a 6.
You think north will do?
That's what I said originally.
I traveled down from it, so I would have more of a lay of the land.
Okay. Yeah, we're headed north. Just go north. We'll look for a way through the mountains. We'll figure it out.
All right.
And I'll consult the book from time to time.
Okay, so you venture out and to the...
I guess I would have traveled that, right?
I don't know how you got
I
there
came
by
from
land or
Norway.
by
I'm
boat.
100% sure how you got there. I mean, you tell me.
It's in
You
my,
might have.
It's in my backstory. I traveled with merchants from the...
But I don't know what your route was. I mean, you tell me. If
I
you...
guess it was...
So I
More like that?
was
More
starting.
Carpathian
I was
mountains,
heading
not
through.
Alps?
Oh, you went more southeast then.
Because I met you guys in Hungary, so it's probably more Carpathian mountains, not the Alps.
I was headed. So what I know is, as Borinth here, I was headed south on the other side of the Alps. And how I ended up around to Constantinople is a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're talking in third person, Banner's an adventurer.
Lawful neutral.
Let me tell you
Just
how.
so you know.
Let me tell you how.
Let me tell you.
Kill me, dude. Did I mention? Oh my God.
What was the story with traveling through the swamp with plate mail?
Now we got a montage of this, or we?
At one point, I asked Balder how deep the water was because I could just push him off the boat and be done with it.
Will he sink?
I was like, "How deep is this water? I can just push him off the edge of the boat." But
I shoot him.
I am lawful neutral.
I shoot him.
Yeah.
No, that was...
I'm like, "There's a kid in a boat. I'd shoot him."
Definitely. That was the funniest part. Is just off the story of being lawful neutral, he's ready to enforce the trade laws for ships, and he's going to murder everyone for coming too close.
Tom, you must have enjoyed just seeing Ryan and I's facial reactions.
I was dying.
That was a good one. It will live on forever on YouTube.
I was like, "What?"
I was dying. Okay, traveling north, you enter rolling plains. Walking or riding is fairly easy. Ahead in the distance, way in the distance, much farther than this probably makes it appear.
So pretty.
You see, Balder breaks out into, starts skipping through the
So if anybody feels any tremors or anything like that, just ride faster. Don't make noise. Trust us. If you feel any trembling in the earth, just ride faster.
Okay.
And don't look back.
We already got our horses.
Don't stop to question it. Just keep going.
Just keep go faster.
Okay. Looming way in the north, you see the Alps separating the northern Italian plain from the German duchies and Austria beyond. The mountains are huge. They are the largest mountains that some of you have ever seen. Some of you have seen them, but clearly have. Roll a perception check, everyone.
18.
Is this considered grassland?
Where
we're at right now?
Sure.
For now.
Yeah, rolling hills,
now.
grass, yeah. Is that your what is your quote favored terrain?
Forest and grassland.
Okay, cool.
18.
It's pretty bad, but I'm excited about a 12.
25.
25. So everybody who rolled a 15 or higher, you're pretty sure you look up and you're like, yeah, we can cross those. Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem.
It's not a problem.
You mentally ask
I
yourselves,
feel like the ones who rolled under 15.
Why are we doing this?
do you have, mentally you ask yourselves, and do an accounting yourself if you have it, winter gear, food, what have you, for how many days. You know there are probably cities up ahead before you get to the mountains, but you're probably going to need something as you get to get through the mountains themselves.
We bought the gear in
Big
Venice.
window blowout.
Do your pets have gear of some sort? In particular, your snake?
Snake has
something to think about.
Snake ain't making it, bro. That's our food, man.
The snake has
I'm so sorry,
snake has a
but
sleep sack.
Yeah. I can make a magical dome that'll keep the weather out.
Ooh.
So
Awesome.
If it gets
As you're
bad,
singing?
That is pretty cool.
Yep. So it's a 10-foot
I like
radius.
that.
You get in there. It stays
Good.
Stays
Save that.
warm, dry.
For
Nobody
how
can
long?
look in. We can look out. It fits up to 10 people.
For how long?
Tiny hut.
8 hours.
Okay.
So a good way to get through the
tiny
night.
hut, right?
Okay.
it would
Yeah,
be
but
tiny
you got to
hut.
move during the day too, right? I mean.
Oh no, I mean it's
Oh,
more for nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or bad
okay.
storms.
Yep. Okay.
It's more for good
And it's
shelter.
Camouflaged, I think, right? You can camouflage.
Really
Yeah.
neat though. You can actually.
can't see
But it's only 10 feet, so how many people could really fit?
No, it's like the party can pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much the party
Yeah,
can. Not the
TikTok.
animals. Well, maybe
New
yours,
day.
but.
Portent.
Yes, it is
Yeah,
a
the
new
horses
day.
won't be able to.
Awesome. A D20 and a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta look that up. That portent. But we'll go.
So that should make it a little
sounds
more
good.
easier to get across.
Is that
Yeah.
just like an innate ability, or what is that from? What from being a wizard?
From being a divination wizard.
Okay, cool.
So I start getting
Okay,
socks
cool.
and cutting them
Awesome.
out and slipping it over the snake.
Big wool socks.
Big wool socks, cutting the ends off and slipping them over the snake.
Awesome.
Or packing extra furs and stuff like that.
Well, snakes are.
Well, if there's other cities, we'll figure out what we can
This
do,
snake's
I
not
guess.
gonna like that cold weather, man.
No. He's not good.
No.
Kiss him goodbye.
How big is he?
He's a giant snake. They're big.
He's a warm-blooded snake, so he'll be all right.
Yeah. He's a mammal snake.
He doesn't-
Mammal
yeah.
snake, all right.
He doesn't
It's a
need the
mammal
sun. He doesn't
snake.
need the sun to stay
He's
warm.
got fur.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise you might want to
Let him go. Yeah.
We'll see what
We'll see what
happens. Yeah, maybe we can leave him with someone.
We'll torture him for a little bit.
Maybe in one of the
Roll him
villages.
up, tie him to a horse or
Could've left him with
something.
Oda.
Yeah. Well, we've known we were going through the mountains. We've known this was coming.
Yeah. I didn't think about the snake.
Okay, so
It's also not a Siberian tiger.
you guys continue to venture north. Off in the distance, you start to see a city coming into view. Yeah, I guess you could call it a city. A village, a
With two
large
houses.
village with a. No, it's got a castle coming into view
nice.
as well.
Nice, another king to kill.
There you go.
The king to the throne.
We try to do that whenever we can.
Champions of the Kingslayers.
Regicide is kind of a hobby of ours.
Yeah, champions of the regicide.
Not by choice, it just keeps happening.
Well, we just happen to not like any.
Yeah, I'll.
Yeah, right,
I'll
they
keep
all
an-
happen
I'll
to
just
be
keep an eye
wrong.
on the snake, Tom, as we get closer to the colder weather and see how it's affecting him.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Sounds good. I don't know what I did with this picture, but sounds good.
That's the story we stick to. Every time we meet a king, his ideas just are wrong, so we let him know.
We just tell him we're lawful neutral, and then we shoot him with a bow.
Yeah. That's exactly. We're Judge Dredd.
Well, you see up
I am
ahead.
the law.
You ride for a solid day and a half. You're approaching and it looks like you're almost toward the base of the Alps yourself. You note a large fortified castle and city. It is clearly guarding a pass that continues further north, or farther north, as the case may be. Are you approaching it, or do
City
you
is
you
directly
can
in our
you can
way.
go? No, you can go around it.
Do we go in or do we go around?
Well, how long have we been on the road?
You've been on the road about a day and a half.
I mean, we could stop. We could stop.
Is there
Maybe
like a
pick up any
sign, last
information.
exit before the Alps?
Maybe we can get some
something
information
like
about the path ahead. Maybe
If we make it quick.
make sure that there's no.
Yeah, let's stop.
Yeah.
Get the recommendations for any missing
Right.
deer or anything that we need.
Get some
Yeah,
good
Just
food.
maybe where we could get the sled.
Yeah. We should get a sled. That's a good idea. It's not a bad idea. Okay.
So you venture into the city. There's no, surprisingly, there's no toll as you enter this city.
Wow.
We must not be
Hey.
in Italy anymore.
Seriously.
The question is, would we know how well
Like
the
New
horses
Jersey,
will
you have to
fare
pay to get out,
traveling
but
them
they
out?
don't charge you to get out.
Do you have animal handling?
No.
Okay.
What do you need?
Roll
I'm
and
trying to figure out how well these horses will fare.
roll an insight
I'll just
check
ask Kip.
with
I'll just ask Kip.
Okay.
He's the animal expert. Do you think we'll be able to take these horses with us?
Ah, that's a good question.
Or is
We
the
might have
terrain just going to be too treacherous and we'll have to walk this?
We're gonna have to get goats.
Well, let's
Animal
see.
handling?
you have you have animal handling?
I do.
Roll an animal handling.
We could see what the recommendations to people in the city. How close to the mountains are we? Well, we still got a ways to go.
19?
19. You look up at the mountains. You're not sure. I mean, you think to yourself, if there's a pass and the pass is passable, it's plausible, and then roll another insight check to yourself.
I'm not really expecting the horses to make it through, right? But
15.
They're going to
You
definitely...
also think to yourself, we could always eat the things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
I don't expect
But
the horses
you
to
didn't
make it.
As I tell
that.
myself, I like the idea.
Yeah. I don't expect the
I'm not
horses to
saying
make
that
it
is, you have to do that. I'm just
at
saying
all.
it
Yeah.
occurs
Oh,
to you.
no, at least one's
All
going
right,
down.
take
But
them
they're
as
going to
far-
put some speed in our feet for at
Take
least
them as far as we can
long
take
as we can. They're gonna hasten our pace.
Yeah.
And when
Just as long as we're aware these horses might be expendable.
they are expendable.
Yeah, we might have to cut them loose at certain points.
Honestly, they're not very good
Or we
horses
could-
anyway.
We don't have to cut them loose. We can drive them to their demise, and then at that point we can eat them.
And I'll walk up to the horse and I'll say, just ignore him.
I'm going to inquire to the state of the pass there. Like, when do they usually feel that it gets too treacherous that you can't travel across it?
I'm sorry. What'd you ask?
I want to inquire to like the state of that pass. Like, you know, at what point is it like, you know, you really shouldn't go?
I think we're going to try to find out all that information from people within the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
I didn't know if you were asking the mountains or what you were doing.
No, I'm just like when we go into town. That's what I'm
Oh, okay. So you venture into the town itself. It's a fairly busy town. It's obviously, it looks like, and it does look like there's some traffic intermittently heading up into the pass.
Oh, maybe we can hire a Sherpa.
Oh, it's another person to feed. We don't need a Sherpa.
I mean,
maybe a caravan will hire us and we can make some gold.
We can make the professor here.
yeah,
carry stuff.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
If there's a caravan, we can protect the caravan
That's not a
as we
bad
get a
idea.
pass.
Make some money.
Make some money and get through the pass.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what's going on.
Start wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, do it.
All right, I'll ask around.
Okay, so you venture into the town itself. There's some people meandering around. What are you doing?
Do they got like a notice board or something out there? Like, you
I
know.
don't see one right away.
No? All right, I'll just is there like a merchant stall somewhere along the way.
You do find a merchant's pavilion, if you will. It's a building with columns at the base. The whole underside of it is open, and almost like there's a building built on top of it. Underneath, there are stalls with stuff being sold, cloth, vegetables, meat, what have you, trinkets and baubles. And then up above, it seems to be like where tax purveyors are and some offices and so forth are. It's almost like a market, but with shelter over it, if you will. And then around that it's almost like splat in a square. And then around that, there are some tall buildings that are narrow and kind of jammed together.
Any guard presence at all?
Well,
Guards
you look
or-
around, roll a perception check.
Oh wow. Perception. I think that's a 17.
17, yes, you see a couple. I mean, it's not like in your face, but there's a few off to the side.
I want to know what city this is, so I'll go up and ask.
You.
Oi! What city is this here?
What year is it?
That's all I thought about.
What year is it?
What is my name?
The name of the city is Castello di
Yeah, I knew
San
we weren't gonna understand
Salvatore.
The Castle of Salvatore.
D. San Salvatore.
Castello di San Salvatore.
The
Is
Castle
this the
of
last?
Salvatore.
Is this the last
I now
city
speak Italian.
before
Last
the
exit
pass
into the-
through into the
Yes,
Alps?
yes, it is.
Last
Is
rest.
there? Is it regular for the caravans to be still passing in through the Alps and back?
Very rare this time of year.
Yeah, but are there
It's
any?
December.
Right.
We're going through this in December?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It
I
is
mean,
December.
hey, listen. Technically, it wouldn't be December,
No, that's how we've been
but
doing
that's
it.
how we.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not winter yet.
you're right. Yeah,
It's
this
December
is true.
12th, 1390.
Yeah.
Thursday.
But yesterday
God,
was.
right.
I don't understand.
There's one day a week on this calendar.
Yeah. It's always Thursday. It was Friday last time.
It's very rarely Friday.
Well, ask him if anyone's
It seems to never hit Friday. We don't know why.
ask him if anyone's heading
Jeez,
up.
it's never the weekend around here.
Ask him if any parties are heading up.
Yeah.
I feel like we're being played.
Where can we go to find out if there's anybody planning on passing through the mountains?
Well, there's an inn just down the street down there. Perhaps they know of somebody passing. But if you're willing to wait to the spring, there'll probably be quite a few going through.
If we wait to the spring,
we do not have time.
We don't have time.
Yeah.
There's a couple fortresses in the passes, especially as you get into the Tyrol. Yes.
Do you have a map?
A map? No. What do I look like?
Hey, you don't know unless you ask.
Maybe someone wrote down where these fortresses are.
Well, I mean, I know that one's you go that way, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, and then you
Picture
turn
on trail, you know.
Yeah, so follow the red trail to the fort, then take the black trail.
And you go for a little while. And then there's one. And then it turns that way.
Okay, I think we get it.
And it's a
you go for a little while longer.
It's a miracle that anyone ever comes back.
Well,
no!
Are these trails marked?
The military must be
markers or anything?
resupplying your fortresses that are located in the Alps.
It's pretty obvious when you're on a trail, you're not climbing on a mountain.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Your military must be resupplying the fortresses that are established.
Oh, no, those are Tyrolean fortresses. Those are not ours.
Okay. How far is the border from here?
To Tyrol? It's like right there.
Oh, okay. We're right on the edge.
There's like a sign right there.
No, I can't read.
Now leaving.
Well, I mean, it might be.
I knew it!
I don't think there's a line.
No, I know you
like
can't.
that.
I can read as good as I can heal.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a line or anything like that, but.
Okay. All right, well, we'll go to the inn. I was trying to avoid the inn. Just because, we're always going to every inn. I feel like we're at inns.
Quick resupply and we go.
Is that movie with the bars?
You see lots of
end of the
supplies
world,
down
right?
in this merchant's area where you could pick up something if you needed to pick something up.
Well, do you need any more cold weather gear there?
Do I? I mean, I'm wearing common clothes, but it would be appropriate for the season.
Yeah, you
I mean,
probably,
this is going to be colder than appropriate for the season.
If you guys are in fact going into the Alps, you're from somewhere up there.
Yeah.
You'd know that you probably need warmer
Okay,
weather
so
gear.
I'll get that.
Okay, so well, while he's doing that, what else is everybody else doing?
Guess we're going to go to the inn. Try to find out some information about, or are we just resupplying and going on our own?
I think he should go to the inn and try and get this passage.
Why don't I do that? Why don't you guys inquire about this tomb? Maybe somebody around here might know something. You never know.
Ask about the tomb. You could.
Yeah, so let's go to the inn.
5 gold, you can get really somewhat decent.
It's on me,
weather
Doctor.
gear.
If you're traveling with us, I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Because if not, then maybe we could look at an appropriate way to pass, whether it's like snowshoes or sled or that kind of stuff.
Is it, what's the weather like right now where we're at? Is it snowing? Is
Nope.
it?
Nope.
Okay,
What
so
you see
there's
in the
no snow
picture.
on the ground, so a sled's going to be a problem right now.
Yep. Yes, it will be.
Oh, the picture's gone.
Unless we put wheels
Is it
on
gone?
it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is gone.
What is a wheel?
Yeah, what if we put wheels on it?
All right, let's head to the inn and see what we can find out. Right? Is that the plan?
Okay,
That's plain.
that's fine. We'll do that.
Okay, so you head toward the inn, and you venture inside. Somebody hand me a personality card, please.
Watch out.
Huh?
There you go. You're not supposed to look at it.
Why not?
You ruined the surprise.
Yeah, you're not supposed to look at it. Give me a different card.
Is there a surprise?
I was just joking.
Is it really a surprise?
Give me a different card. I mean, I'll do it, but it's boring.
What if I just want to judge how good he is at doing it?
Oh, right, it's true.
No, wait. I want to give you a card.
That's not.
This is Balder's new personality because he touched a stone.
That's not very scholarly of you.
You look like adventurer types. What can I do for you?
Well, we're inquiring about getting through this pass. Want to know if any merchants are going through, might be able to hire us on as guards.
Merchants. Are there any merchants going through? I might know of one. Let me see if I am. Can you fly?
Fly?
Yes.
Only if Born throws me.
You're bored. You can make someone fly.
Yeah, you want me to show you?
Yes.
I'm going to
please
reach
do.
over the bar. I'm going to grab him. I'm going to pick him up in the air.
And just spin.
I am very impressed.
Dirty
Make
dancing.
me fly.
And I'm gonna throw him across.
He looks excited by it. He's like, "Oh, I'm flying!"
So I'm gonna
and then he
throw
slams
him. Yeah, I'm gonna throw him up against the wall like a good distance. So
and he
flies and
slams against the wall, and he only takes 1 point of damage, and he's like, "Whoa, that is impressive." There are several individuals who are working on flying. They can do it. They haven't done any much better than that. But if you could make somebody fly, you could get a lot of jobs getting things through the pass. Very, very. That would do phenomenal things for you.
I feel like this gentleman is using
His own products?
or what's the words?
Sarcasm.
Yes, that
No,
one.
I'm not being sarcastic.
I mean,
no,
we-
think about
we
it.
burned our
If you
potions
could
beforehand,
fly,
so-
just fly like through the pass. Think of how beneficial that would be in terms of the travel.
Oh, it would be amazing.
Yes, wouldn't it?
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen today.
What can I do for you?
Is there anybody who is planning a trip through the pass at this time that you're aware of?
I said I would look. I don't know off the top of my head. I can look though.
Okay.
When are you heading out?
As soon as possible.
Like a week, 2 weeks.
Right now.
Today.
As soon
Today.
as possible. The longer we wait, the worse the pass is gonna get.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's probably not real good right now, and that's why flying would be really, really, really beneficial if you could fly. How far can you throw someone?
Not far enough.
He's no help.
Well,
It was worth a shot, guys.
Would you be willing to take a small child with you, perhaps?
No.
Okay. I do know someone.
Why would we be willing to take a small child with us through an unpassable path in the middle of winter?
Wow, it wouldn't be called an unpassable pass if it was a pass, would it?
I don't know.
I've got you there, don't I? How about
An impassable pass.
I know if a small child is not a good idea. How about a litter of puppies?
Oh, wow. Well, we could eat them.
I think they're supposed to get to the other side.
No, I'm not taking a litter of puppies across to the other side.
Why not?
As much as I want to.
We could just...
As much as I really, really want to.
Please, 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 please. Perhaps some of the patrons of this place would have some more information than this. I'm not taking children across. I'm not taking puppies across. I'm not throwing you across.
Well, I don't think you can throw me across.
Like how it just starts
Besides, I have to run this
whimpering.
establishment. I'll look.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the pass.
Should we just ask around? Or are we pretty much...
Do you have any questions that you want to ask around here, or do you just want to go?
I just want to go.
I can understand that.
That was... I'm not really a people person, but now I'm really not.
You're looking forward to the pass, the weather.
I never would have guessed.
Do many people survive the pass?
Oh, yes. Many, many people survive the pass.
And do many not?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know, would I?
Okay.
Crazy question.
Got you there.
Yes.
You ever heard of the Tomb of Barbarossa? Barbarossa? What is
Yes.
Barbarossa.
Barbosa.
No.
Okay.
Is he...
Don't worry about him, Warren. He exists.
How about
He's
you
there.
sing a
I
tale
know.
about him
I
and see
feel
if
it.
anyone knows?
I don't know too much about this guy, that's why. I would gladly sing a tale about him.
Can I get you a drink?
Bard Barossa.
That's like your name.
He was the emperor, the king, who unified. I guess it wasn't Germany. What did they call that region, Tom?
The Holy Roman Empire.
Okay. So he was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it said.
He pretty much. No, I thought there was a specific like. He
Well,
kind of
as-
unified that
yeah.
region. So with
Tell
into
the people
Holy
here that
Roman
we're just
Empire.
sightseeing, and if anyone knows where we can find
They
his
call them
tomb.
the barbarians, right? The Germanic
Yeah, he basically
Yeah.
unified the Germanic tribes,
tribes. Yeah.
and incorporated them into the Holy Roman Empire.
They do it
Yeah.
by force, or?
I mean, doesn't everybody?
Yeah.
Right?
True.
But he did unify the people.
For them, right?
He tried asking nicely.
He was supposedly killed during the Crusades, right? Killed during the Crusades, and
then
stories,
again,
tales have it that,
and then
that
again
he could
by
be.
us.
Yes, tales have it that he could be, if he was to be awoken again within his tomb, that he would once again unify the Germanic people.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's all I know.
It's a lot, actually.
It's from my book. You say I can't read.
You said there's just pictures.
There is.
Okay.
They speak to me.
Yeah, I think that's a different kind of reading, but it's, I guess, reading.
He's a fortune teller now.
Yeah. Fortunes, get your fortunes.
All right.
Crazy question, but at this time period, does Germany need to, or does this area need to be reunited again?
The people in this area have been just destroyed by the Teutons that have been moving through, and it's a mess.
All right.
Are you hoping to reunite the tribes to fight for you?
I'm hoping to reunite my tribe. I could care less about the others necessarily.
But if Barbarossa can reunite the tribes, that could be a
good
something. Army.
Could be.
Okay, let's go.
Away. So you gather your gear?
Yeah, let's just go.
And you venture out.
We've gathered no matter what, it's going to be bad.
What time of day?
Everybody roll a perception check.
What time of day it is? Am I there?
It is probably midday.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, 26. Natural
You
20.
never left them unless you
I
told
had
me
to
you
go
wanted.
get winter gear.
Oh, okay. I kind of figured you were all meandering around together in the general vicinity of the market. The inn tavern that they were at was right in that very slight vicinity.
We all stay in
unless
one
you
huddle
want,
and move.
unless you were doing something that necessitated you being away from the party. I wasn't gonna assume that you left the party. Okay. Okay. So you roll. Would you roll perception checks?
I rolled a natural 20. So
Natural
I got
20.
26.
You see something that looks like hardtack for sale in the market that looks like it could last for a couple of weeks, if not longer, in terms of food. Not very delicious, but it's sustainable.
We should probably buy some of that. That'll sustain us pretty well.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so chalk off a couple gold for the entire party, and you get yourself a mound of this. It's not very delicious, but it's kind of like this dried
Salted
nuts
meat?
and meats and fruits and all, kind of like this concoction of hardtack type stuff.
Okay.
Hard,
All right.
like
Take that, strap it to the horses,
okay.
and I'm just gonna look up at those mountains, and I'm gonna realize the snake probably can't make it. So I'll kind of lean over to him and say, "I thank you for your companionship, but where we're going, I don't think you can go. So if you can make your way to Constantinople, I can meet you there. If not, you have my blessing to be free."
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion. 17.
17. It seems somewhat reluctant at first.
Go on, get out of here. Get out of here. I throw a hard tag at him.
Help me out with your pets. Can they go beyond a certain distance?
I'd have to.
stay
I'm
at
basically
will?
dismissing him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He seems to be kind of like hanging out for right now.
Okay.
Almost like, let's see what happens, maybe. Okay. He doesn't leave on his own accord.
Okay.
Just yet.
Can we like get a fur-lined bag and put him into it, like a really big bag?
That'd be like Santa's sack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's not going to help him heat because he's not throwing off body heat, really.
Right. Yeah, he's
You know?
cold-blooded.
So yeah,
We need like a
It could
a
kill
heat
him.
rock.
I think. I mean,
It
I don't know
will.
how that works in D&D.
It will
but in
kill.
real life, that would kill.
It will kill.
We need like a heat rock.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Need a bag of holding or something. Put him in some alternate dimension.
They don't sell anything like
No,
that. Like
I
a
need-
magical rock
I need,
that gives
uh,
off heat. Going through this pass, anything like that.
I need Irene's trinket.
Yeah,
I need Irene's
I was
trinket.
going to ask
Yeah,
if
that would
someone was
work.
selling anything other than just warm clothes that they use to stay warm while traveling.
You see mounds of logs, like cords of wood.
Yeah.
I don't think
Are there any carts? Are there any? I mean, maybe we can try to
a cart, yeah,
sled type thing.
Well,
we're going to be passing. I mean, it's going to be really hard to pass through with something like that. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah,
Generally, it's best for us to travel through
as light
as possible.
Yeah, that's fine.
We get caught in a snowstorm.
We got your hut, so
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
away we go.
Maybe send your raven ahead just to scout around.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It's
when
good
we
you
get
can do that periodically.
When we get closer,
actually-
I'll use him to help us navigate.
So, Tom,
Yes, sir.
As we go to venture through the pass, I have an ability, Primeval Awareness, which as an action, I can expend one ranger spell per day to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of us.
So say that selection of items again,
Yeah.
please, because I'm not going to remember that.
Aberration?
And slowly, an aberration. I'm trying to process it.
Well, you have to
what
cast
that
it.
is.
I basically just say, like, I'm going to
Sacrificing
cast
a
that. I'm going to cast
spell
that now.
Once
yeah.
a day for how long?
It actually doesn't even say once a day. I think I could just sacrifice. It's
it
one
for a long
action.
rest?
And how long does it last?
It actually doesn't say. As an action, you can expend one ranger spell, 1 minute per level of spell slot. So 1 minute.
So you'd have to say when to do it.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be using it probably during this pass. So,
Okay.
But it's I can sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead
Okay.
are present within 1 mile of us.
Okay.
6 miles if it's in my favorite terrain, but this is not my favorite terrain that we're going into. So,
Okay.
the feature doesn't reveal the creature's location or their number. Does not.
All I would ask,
It just kind of pings.
you bet. Remind me when you cast it.
You bet.
Because I'm not going to remember.
Anything that's
and
not
it only
currently
lasts.
a humanoid.
So
or
it
living.
lasts.
It basically pings for a minute.
It's like a.
Unless I cast a level
It's
2
like
spell.
a radar going.
Yeah. So if I only have level 1 and level
It's
2
gone.
spells, so it's either 1 minute or 2 minutes depending on what I cast.
Okay,
it
but
as.
it's not all day long.
No, it's one.
Okay.
one
So you
one or
gotta
2
just
minutes.
give me a heads up.
Yep.
When you desire to do
Okay.
that. Fair enough.
Yep.
And understood. Very, very cool.
Hey,
so
Tom?
yes.
At
absolutely.
night when he casts that magic hut, I cast it as a ritual so it doesn't burn any kind of spell slots.
You do the same thing, is what you're saying.
Well, no, he can cast some certain spells as a ritual, just so it just takes longer, but doesn't use a spell slot.
Yeah, his doesn't use. Mine does. I
So
sacrifice. a
You're
spell
saying
slot
you
if I
do the same thing, but as a ritual.
He's talking about his hut.
I'm talking about the hut.
Oh,
This way,
the hut.
This way
Oh,
it keeps my spell
you
slots
lost
open
me.
at
I was
night.
like,
No,
what are
that's
you
a
talking
ranger ability.
I was like, what are you talking about?
yeah.
Okay,
And you cast it.
you're gonna have to remind me. I'm not gonna.
okay.
I'm not gonna remember that stuff for you.
Sure,
Okay?
sure.
Because
So it's like-
I can't.
That's
kinda
fine.
like-
I just
Not
wanted to
because
be
I'm
very
against
honest.
it, but my memory will not.
Yeah, I've
You'll
never
be
used
like,
it before.
oh,
so.
I told you that, and I'll be like, come on, dude, my memory's not.
So
that
it's like
good.
we stop to set up camp, and you take that time to cast that
Yeah,
spell.
you're just gonna have to remember to
That's
do
fair,
that. Because I can't.
Yeah, I just never
it's
used
not
it
that
before,
I object
so.
to trying, but I'm not gonna remember. Okay, so anything else you're doing in town?
That's it.
I guess I'll definitely. Well, we're leaving right away, right?
What's up to you?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
okay,
should
let's
be
just go
heading
then.
towards the pass right now, right?
Yeah.
To the pass.
To the pass.
Yeah. So we gather up our horses, gather up our gear, and
Okay,
head up.
off you venture. You
I miss the cold.
Say again.
Morton misses the cold anyway.
You missed the cold. You're watching the Carpathian
You're gonna
adventure on Seven Sided Die, and we will be right back. Welcome back. You're watching the Carpathian Adventure on the Seven-Sided Die. We rejoin the party, venturing off into the Alps as we speak. Your first day, if you will, heading up, you start climbing up in elevation. The temperature as you climb drops precipitously. There's a valley ascending into the mountains. Unless you're desirous of making a vertical ascent,
No.
or you follow the valley.
Yeah.
We'll go up this way.
If you change your mind, let
Well,
me
I
know.
want to send my Raven up just to see. I'll look through his eyes and kind of guide our way through the best possible part of the country.
Your horse.
I'll hold this. I'll grab onto his reins,
Right
to
off
his
the
horse,
edge.
and like ride beside him while he's doing it.
You never saw it coming.
Well, a horse is a living creature. It would avoid a
But
rock and not
I have the reins. I'm gonna hold the reins and go beside
You
you.
didn't get into the mountains if we had a lame horse.
I'm pretty sure the horse would just follow the other horses.
Morton feels like this happened before.
Trying to.
It's not a car. I can let go of the steering wheel.
Well, you never know.
Abiel just immediately changes course and walks off the cliff.
Just walks right off the edge.
Could explain to Kip.
But yeah, so just
also-
occasionally he's flying up ahead, and I'm gonna try and, bird's eye view, kind of map out where we should be crossing.
Okay. It seems pretty clear at this point what the pass is. There are smaller passes going off of, but there's a distinct pass going up. There might be
just
smaller
more of how
ones breaking off in other directions. But looking in your eyeball, you're pretty much heading due north at this time.
Okay. Lauren, how far do you think this? Do you have any idea, like how far where we're headed is?
It's far. I mean, we have a great distance to travel.
Okay.
I'm assuming it would take us weeks probably to get there.
Okay.
We're definitely heading to the best part of the mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like it's the lowest point.
Okay. The valley ascends into the mountains. It appears passable. There's still grass to graze on and accessible stream water for the horses. You pass, a day goes by. The night temperature drops precipitously. Do you camp or?
Yeah, it's a good
Oh,
start.
yeah.
We're gonna set
We
up
used a hut so we don't freeze to death.
Okay. And tell me about the hut, please.
All right.
Oh.
Pizza the hut. Well, what Morton does is he has everybody, obviously we tie the horses off to the side, have everybody gather into the middle. And then he starts chanting in Icelandic and kind of strumming his lute as he goes around. He kind of walks a circle, widdershins, counterclockwise. And then he steps into the middle and then dome just appears. It's a 10-foot dome. And as soon as you're in there, it just becomes warm. He makes a light appear on the inside. And we can look out, no one can look in. So I kind of make the outside, because I can make it match any kind of color I want. So I kind of make it match the background. So we just blend in.
Okay.
So it's good, it's comfortable, it lasts for 8 hours. So it makes for a good night's sleep.
Okay. Can you stick things out of it?
We can go out, anything we bring in with us can go out, but nothing can penetrate in. The only thing we can't do is we can't cast spells to go out.
What's the name of the spell?
It's Lehman's
Tiny Hut.
Tiny Hut.
Awesome. Okay. And okay, awesome. Very, very cool.
Does it appear bigger on the inside?
No, that's the mansion. I'll get that eventually.
There's a whole separate one.
Oh yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're traveling in style.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Roll for the horses are outside, correct? Just roll 5d20
Everybody
or
roll
6d20 for the horses. Anything but a 1, please.
12.
You said anything but a
18.
one?
Yes. Just let me know
19.
if you roll a 1. Okay. Everything. Horses are copacetic. Everything's good. You guys, the next morning comes. It was an uneventful night. Next morning comes. It's a beautiful day. The snake does not look happy. I mean,
The snake came with us. I thought he left. He stayed with us.
Okay. Now he.
He's regretting that decision.
He's like, I understand what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
He kind of.
Before
to
we
the
leave.
extent that a snake can say to you,
Goodbye.
"Thank you," and I will try to see you later. To the extent that he communicates with you, correct?
Yes. So
On some kind
on a
of
level, not talking.
Not
but,
talking?
Yeah, I could talk to them, but I just understand what they're trying to get at.
He tries to communicate that he will see you again, to the extent that a snake
or a fish. It's like parcel tongue.
Can we
Parcel tongue. There you go.
And so I'll just I'll place my hand on him and I'll say, "Thank you, my friend. Be well." And
Oh, how's Slytherin?
yeah. And I'll let him slither off so we can end this.
I don't want you to stop doing that anymore. It's giving me disturbing images. Okay, second day. You continue following the file to the. See what you get yourself into. The file to the north, ascending further into the mountains. It starts to snow lightly. The temperature continues to drop.
My pumpkin hair fell right when he said it starts to snow. This little white thing goes down.
You sure it was pumpkin's hair?
Well, I mean, it might have been Brian's. I don't know.
Ow!
I think I got lucky.
Oh man, he might have to be. The gray.
Just remember, I'm only 1 year older than you.
I know.
Ouch! Ouch! I don't know who got this barb there.
I'm 41.
No, you don't say that.
I still can't believe you do
Nobody
that, dear
knows how old I
John.
am. I'm only 36.
Oh, right.
36.
Ouch! Ouch!
I'm gonna, oh, you stop.
Against HR.
Against HR. Gonna file a complaint with HR. Born's gonna like talk and explain a little bit because I'm familiar with the terrain that he may not be used to. I'm gonna explain to Kip about and point out areas along the ridge lines and stuff where we might see like goats, things like that that live up in the mountains.
And coming up on the left.
I'm gonna point up to like different areas like ridge lines and stuff in the mountains that we would be able to spot them.
Okay.
So just keep your eye out.
When we need food, we can.
Yeah.
Or when we're getting low.
Well, we don't have to wait. It's gonna get pretty cold. Anything that we kill, we could travel with us.
Yeah. Okay.
We can carry with us. We can put them on.
It's just how much time do we want to spend doing that? You know, so like when we have.
You see an opportunity, take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you see an opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not actively doing it. We're just walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a investigation check.
Everybody?
Sure. Anybody who's looking for animals, what have you.
16.
I got a 4. I didn't realize there were animals up here.
I guess I could.
17. I got a 15.
Horses.
Okay, you guys don't spot anything just yet, but you see indications on the ground with your that there's obviously some kind of drop.
Is there any indications of other people walking ahead of us? Like tracks, trails?
You're on it. You see a trail, a distinct trail. You're kind of following a distinct.
If I send the Raven up, can I see? Because he can go only 120 feet. So I'll send him up see if he can see.
Pretty
anything.
much vertically 120 feet. What is he?
I guess I'm just looking at the pass and looking for the fortresses they mentioned. See if I see them in the distance or if one's coming up.
Okay. He climbs up. The bird climbs up to 120 feet, and he's looking around, and you see through it, kind of, sort of, right?
Yeah.
You see that the mountains the pass seems to continue north and kind of meander its way north, and the mountains continue to rise around it. And there's some trails going off in either direction, but you don't see any type of fortress in the distance.
So I'll let everyone know at least another day. Nothing yet. Just more mountains.
We have lots of travel to do, so we'll just continue the course.
And that'll kind of be the ongoing thing, is just keeping an eye on what's up ahead and.
Okay, just remind me
as
of it,
we
like,
walk.
yeah, if it comes to mind, and if I think of something that he might see, I'll try and remember it myself.
Okay.
Okay. The second day, you continue to follow. Again, the end of the second day, temperature drops. You guys go into you cast the spell. What level spell is that?
3.
Level 3. You cast the spell. The hut.
Well, it's
a ritual though, so I don't use it.
Okay, you use the ritual and you cast the spell and you create the hut and everybody goes inside. For the horses, roll anything but a 1 for your 5 horses.
You sure you didn't want me to roll a 1? Because we just lost a horse.
Okay. Well, he's not dead. He's just very tired the next day.
He's not dead. He's dinner.
So Tom, before we go to sleep each night, before we go to sleep, I'll cast the I'll do the primeval awareness to try and see if there's anything hanging.
And aberrations, fae, dragons,
celestials, undead,
celestials, and nothing. Fiends,
elementals. Yeah.
Nothing, quote, pings of those within a mile.
These
But you also know that
these
a
are just
mile
normal
is
mountains.
probably not that far. You could probably see on a clear day from 120 feet, if you were to stand at the horizon, I know that we know this, your characters may not know the distance, but if you're at the horizon, you can see 14 miles to the horizon beyond. So at 120 feet, your bird can probably see pretty darn far. And so a mile relative to what he would see is
the world's actually round.
Not that far, if that makes sense.
The
I'm sorry?
round?
I think the world's actually round.
Oh, there you go. There you go, talking crazy again. Okay. And then also during the night, Kip will be sleeping for the first 4 hours of the night, and then he'll be awake for the second 4 hours using trance. We could see out of the tent.
Yep.
Yeah. So
tent.
Or the hut. The hut.
The
yeah.
dome.
So I have a watch of a 4-hour watch each night.
Okay.
This is our
understood.
This is our hut now.
It's so
We
tiny.
all get crushed.
The next day, the third day, you continue to motor march up the path. And it continues up the defile, and pretty much the same. The next night, you get into your hut and you go through that same process. The wind starts to pick up as you go up. Roll for your horses again. Another exhaustion check.
Not a 1.
17.
Okay, so the one horse is roll a second time at disadvantage for the one horse that was slightly exhausted.
7.
Okay, so he's doing a little bit better than the fourth day. He's feeling a little bit, or rather the third day, the end of the third day. The fourth day continues, and you continue meandering up through, and the snow is starting to come down thicker and heavier at this point. But you continue to pass. Roll perception check, or rather investigation check with advantage for any animals.
19.
Oh, yeah, 19.
20.
20. Baldur, you see a goat about 300 feet up on an edge of a cliff.
I'll point it out. I'll point it out to our hunters.
You want to take it?
You're going to have to get a little closer, I believe, right? What's your range?
How far is he?
300
About
feet.
300 feet up.
Yeah, I think I need to get within 150.
Can you zoom in on it?
I think it's 150.
Okay, well, we can creep up on it.
Yeah, 100. Well, no, I can actually hit it to just be at disadvantage. No.
Get a little
It's,
closer.
Play cool like a normal hunter.
You said about 300? No, I can
Yes,
hit
I
that.
did.
Because it's 600 is disadvantage, I think, right?
try
Is
to-
that the smaller number?
Wait.
It's the max.
Let me,
Anything over the smaller number is disadvantage.
I could,
So it's a
I
disadvantage,
could
I
turn
think.
you invisible and you can creep up faster and easier.
Oh, I could pass without a trace. I could sneak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sneak.
I will sneak up to this thing, get
Holy
within
hell,
150, try to get within 150.
Okay, you.
I'll go stealth with him, too. I'll creep up with him.
Okay.
Oh, then I'll cast Pass Without a Trace if we're going together as a group.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Pass Without a Trace. Which basically just gives us plus 10 to our rolls.
Okay. Roll away.
Yeah, plus 10. Skills. And this is stealth. So, holy crap.
23.
23.
Okay, you managed to stealthily work your way up. You're getting closer. You're having to actually climb over some rocks because he's slightly up, and you get to 140-ish feet. You know you're within your close or your standard range. I don't know if it's close range. It's standard range, if you will, as opposed to long range band.
If you can hit him close towards the edge.
I'm gonna bring like Koa with me too, so I'll have to roll stealth for him as well, I guess.
Okay.
Why are you bringing the dog, man?
Because it'll be stealthy. 25.
Okay.
It's stealthier than us.
The three of you are there.
So if you
The
hit
goat
him
is
towards
just
the edge, he should fall towards us.
Okay.
Okay. He's on
Yeah, you think he will.
Okay. I will aim.
Using your eyeball?
Using my eyeball. No, I just aim and fire.
Roll away.
I get there. That's a 14 to hit.
And roll damage.
Let's go.
10, 18.
The goat flops over. You hear the thwack as the arrow plummets into it. And
I say, that a boy!
and it
Kip on
flops
the
over.
back
And it
really
kind of
hard.
tumbles down, a few rocks before it comes to a rest.
Okay. Get him.
I'm gonna
and then
get-
I'll send
I'm gonna
like
get-
I'll have like Kolo go run and grab him by the horn and drag him back.
Oh, okay.
Like Cole
Might be
goes.
a little big for it.
Hey, like
I'll go up
like,
to it.
no,
I'll
like
go up. I'll follow
big
Lycoa
wolf.
up.
Okay, roll both Lycoa and Borinth roll athletics checks because you're having to actually kind of climb these rocks to get at it and so forth.
17.
16?
17.
It's harder for you than it is for Lycoa.
He's having
four
a-
legs.
He's a dire wolf, dude. He's big.
Yeah, but you don't want him biting into the meat and stuff.
No,
You
he's
want
great.
him-
I said he grabbed it by the horn.
Okay.
You get about
And
part
you
way and you
drag.
both start to slip
This
a
is
little
how I
bit.
hunt.
Okay.
Lycoa was
Okay.
hunting with me.
I'm just working my way towards it.
Okay, and roll another athletics check.
Barbarian doesn't get it.
Each of you.
Natural 20.
Nat
that's
20.
That's a 5.
5. Lycoa leaps up to, and then slips and falls
I'll grab him by the
down again.
scruff before he falls. I'll grab him by the
Reach out
scruff.
and
pull him up.
roll an acrobatics check.
13.
13. You reach down, you grab hold, and you got some fur, but you're pulling yourself up at the same time, and you get up on top, and you think you've got him, and you look down, and you got a clutch of fur in your hand. And there you see the goat over to the side, laying on its side.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to open him up and gut him, prepare him, and then throw him over my shoulder.
You quickly gut it, dress it, dump the innards out onto the ground, and so that it doesn't
And I
rot.
take the heart and I give it to Lycoa.
Ah, okay. So you climb back down again. You get back down. You give him the heart, like looks to Kip, making sure it's okay.
Oh yeah.
And then he just, and then he devours it and takes off, leaping back down again.
Did you like gut the rest of the stuff too?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You have to.
My tiger should probably start digging in on that.
Well, we have meat. We'll have some meat.
Yeah.
I can grab some. I can grab some stuff.
Yeah.
You reach
You
down,
just yell to me
all
like,
the
bring some
innards
stuff for the
and put it all back
tiger.
up
I'll grab the
again.
liver. No, I'll grab the liver out, and I'll
You
save that
sort
for the
through
tiger.
it. You eventually find it.
Yep.
You're like, yeah, that's it.
I did name the tiger somewhere.
And then I'll throw it up on my shoulder and head back towards the horses.
Okay, you venture back down, and you guys have a goat. It'll probably last a couple days. It's a huge goat. I mean, it's not like a little baby.
And I'll tie him up on the back of the horse. I'll lay him over top.
Okay, you continue on. Another night goes by, and you set up your hut.
Yep.
You do your ping.
I'll do
You
my
don't
ping.
notice anything at the moment.
Okay.
The next day, it's the 5th day on the trail. This trail starts to bend slightly left, which would be that way for you. Slightly left for a few miles. You continue on, and then it seems to bend back to the right again, ascending further into the mountains. The air is starting to thin. It is starting to snow quite heavily. It's rough going.
Hoods up.
It is starting to get rough going. There is fodder and water for the horses, but there's not a lot.
There's not water for the horses?
There is fodder.
Oh, fodder.
and
Sorry, I thought
water
you said water. Sorry. Oh.
for the horses, but there's not a lot. It's starting to. Everything's getting frozen where you are.
We can melt the water. We can melt the snow.
Okay.
With our precious body heat.
No, with the fire. Put the fire.
Everybody,
You can put
it's
the fire
getting
in the hot.
cold. Everybody roll a con check.
You can build a fire.
Anything but
It's
a
a tight
1,
space
please.
to have all of us in a hut and
Horses roll as well, but
Con
let me know what they roll.
Ooh,
23.
Okay, good.
For the horses?
And then roll for everybody done for
I rolled
themselves.
for me.
Yeah, I rolled for
Okay,
me.
and
That's
then
good.
roll for the horses.
Horses an 18.
That's good.
13.
Okay.
For the horse?
So you got all 5 or
And I
6
got
horses?
and I got a 13 for me.
Awesome. You guys are all good, but it is getting bitter cold as you ascend further into the mountains, and it is getting quite cold and quite snowy. That night, the temperature drops exponentially, but you're inside your hut, and it's nice and toasty, and you don't have to get too close to each other. Although it's a little bit cozy.
Yeah, it's cozy.
It's cozy. A little bit cozy.
It holds
my
my
toe.
pen.
You're kinda
10
like,
people, yeah.
My foot slips out the hut and I get frostbite.
5 plus the animals.
5 plus the animals.
Yeah, 2 animals now.
Okay, that night, roll for animals a check, please.
14.
67.
Okay, all the horses are doing pretty well. Everybody having a good time?
Yeah.
We're gonna pause there.
Does my raven see any looming threats?
Does he see any looming threats as we pass? You fly up. Does he see any looming threats? No, he does not. And you
All
do your
clear
ping
ahead.
at the end of the day, and you don't see anything, and your hut is nice and warm and toasty, and so far so good. It's just really cold. Everybody having a good time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Brian, what was your highlight if there was one?
Just I guess finally just getting on this road, heading on this path.
On the road again.
It's been, a while in the making, I guess. So it's good to get into the snow, into the mountains.
Awesome. I know you sent an adventure log. We'll apply it to the
Yeah.
next. I have not.
I know it was late. I said in the thing that it was late, so it's all good.
750 on experience points, sir. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
Morton, what was your highlight? If there was one.
Yeah, I like it when I blew those 2 guys right through the door. That was fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
Boom, right out.
That was cool. You guys, you were tougher. The 2 of you were tougher than I thought you would be. I was impressed. I was like, holy crumb.
Yeah, we made it out okay.
You guys okay. You barely got scathed. I already gave you your XP for your adventure log and hook, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so, and you are now level 5, correct?
That's
So
right.
you are 4 levels below the highest level party you guys are adventuring with today. So 1750 on experience points, sir.
Nice.
Oh, good. Mark, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
What was your highlight?
To be honest with you, when I stole the coin purse after Morton failed and distracted, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was
great.
pretty cool.
That was really fun.
That was pretty cool. It sucks about the snake. I didn't even.
Oh, it's okay. I can get it.
Didn't think quite about that, but
Maybe now I'll get a penguin.
there you go. Penguins. That'll
Snow
do
rabbit.
real well in back in Constantinople,
Exactly.
or back in Sagut.
I got my eyes out for a bear.
A bear.
Oh,
I can
there
get a
you
polar
go.
bear.
Polar bear.
We're in the mountains.
You are level 8 still, correct?
I am, yes.
And I did not see a log or a
No,
hook
I
from
totally
you,
forgot
so, no, that's cool. You don't have to. 1,000 experience points, sir.
Thank you.
Balder, Orion, did you have a good time?
Of course.
And what was your highlight?
Highlight would be finally
Yeah.
starting on
Yeah,
my
I'm trying to
creating
catch
an
up.
army journey.
Yeah, you got potentially at 200, and they could probably get more per coin.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
It's
the
gonna be a
idea.
group
I
of
guess the
them.
idea behind that would be they obviously are going to need some funds to just keep themselves going, and they're not going to find 200 people. So the idea would be,
I don't know.
you never know. If there's that many noble people outside of Venice, then good.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna be nobles.
We come back to
necessarily,
Constantinople with like the biggest army ever known to mankind. We're like, we have no money.
And like I said, and that's the idea. No one here is getting rich doing it. It's more of a you're an adventurer like us, and you're doing it for the greater good.
but- Yeah, it's kind of like the
But,
Crusaders
yes.
taking over Constantinople in 1204,
The
right?
champions of the sun.
They're
doing it for the-
nice. Let's steal.
They have a need for power.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're level 9 still,
Yes.
correct? And I did not see a hook or a log from you.
No.
750 on experience points, sir. Again, I hope you had a good time.
Of course.
Dr. Conrad Strasser, Tim, welcome.
Thank you.
What was your highlight, if there was
The
one?
bar fight.
The bar fight?
Yeah, at the beginning.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I hope we didn't scare you. You're pretty quiet. I know it's your first game.
Yeah, I'm just trying to absorb everything.
Figure out the personalities
Yeah.
and so lie to me. Are you going to be back again?
Or did you
Why?
die of frostbite?
Nah, man.
Or dysentery.
I'll be back.
Okay, good. So that's a good line.
No lie.
Okay, so you're level 3, correct?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So the highest level, I think we talked about it in our quasi session 0. We give it an experience point bonus. It's kind of a way to also mimic that WoW world, World of Warcraft world, where you get more experience venturing in a more dangerous area. And it's also to help bring you up closer to the high level folks so that you don't die as rapidly.
Well, you guys are going up in front
to be blunt. Okay, so you're
anything attacks
6 levels.
And you're gonna sit back and enjoy all the fun.
Yeah, I'm just making it.
I mean, if you want, you don't have to take the bonus. It's up to you. But I'm trying to do the math in my head here. 2250 on experience points, sir. 2250.
In addition to what I have.
I know.
Yeah.
I just want to make
On
this
top of whatever
like some
you
couple extra better spells,
current-
and then I'm like,
after
okay,
I gave you
for a while.
before, that
share.
little mini adventure that brought you
share
into the
photos.
party,
I
after
can't
on
go
top
right
of whatever
now.
that was, and I'll just ask you to send me that later.
stay.
Again, I hope everybody had a good time. I did. Thank you for watching Seven-Sided Dice Carpathian Adventure. Again, we would like to thank Sirenscape for the use of their audio sound effects. That's www.syrinscape.com. Thank you, artists Yenu and Silky Noir, for the terrific character art. Please patronize them via the @Yenu Draws on Instagram, @Yenu on Tumblr and Twitter, and patronize Silky Noir on DeviantArt. Please comment in the Twitch chat room on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Mixer, and on YouTube. While we do this for fun, please let us know how we might do better, how we might improve the stream, just improve in general. Lastly, please follow on Twitch, Mixer, and Instagram. Please like us on Facebook, and please subscribe on YouTube. I think we're at 186-ish subscribers on YouTube. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Thank you, guys. We will be back the day after Christmas.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Christmas special.
Christmas, yes. Christmas
And we're in the
special.
snowy mountains.
Yes,
Perfect.
No.
Planned it that way.
We're off to see Santa Claus.
Is that you planned it that way? That's why. No, we're not going to the desert
In December? The first fortress is Santa's hut.
You couldn't choose to go into the Alps in July. Thursday, December 26th, the day after Christmas. Needless to say, we hope you will join us, and we also hope you have a marvelous and Merry Christmas. For now, thank you for watching. Roll a 7-sided die.
Merry Christmas!
Have a good night.
Merry Christmas! Dragons for Christmas!
That's next time.
Yes.
The after Christmas.
Indeed.
Like the Christmas.